All right, we are back here at Texas Archery. We are in the third session of the Texas Ringer. We are in the second session of the day for the Texas Ringer. So we've had one session last night. We had one session this morning. We're in the second session of the day. We have another section that's going to start off at 6 o'clock tonight. So if you have not heard anything about the Texas Archery as the Texas Ringer, then you are unaware of the scoring. There are two different targets. There's a single spot and there is a 5 spot. With those, it's just how it sounds. The 5 spot has 5 different targets on there, 5 different scoring ways to score. And then the single spot has just the one single spot. In that 5 spot, you can shoot all of your arrows into one circle, or you can spread them out and do one in each circle, which is what most people do because they do not want to damage their arrows. Now, inside there is one circle there, and you can see that. If you land your arrow in the middle of that circle and it does not touch any part of the ring, any part of that line, so it is clean and it is clear, that is a 7. That's what everyone is shooting for today. Nowhere else but the Texas Ringer has that 7 in there. Now, if it touches the line, it becomes a 6. Anywhere else in the white is a 5. That blue goes to a 4. Outside that blue is a miss. Now, you can see we've scanned over to the single spot right there. Same thing. If it goes inside, it's really hard to see on this target because we are about 50 yards away. But on there, same thing. It has a center circle inside that white. And if you land your arrow inside of there without touching any part of the line, that arrow will score a 7. If the shaft of that arrow even barely touches the line, it would be a 6. The rest of the white is a 5. Then we've got the 4 ring, 3 ring, 2 ring, and if you just hit paper, you get to score a 1. So that's how the scoring is going for this. Archers who will shoot first have their targets on the bottom part of the bill, bottoms up first, then it goes to the top shooters. When we get halfway through, then they will flip. In other words, meaning they're not doing cartwheels out there, but they're
right.
if you were shooting bottom, you will now put your target up at the top, and you will now shoot top. And those who are shooting top will now move theirs to the bottom, and they will shoot first for the second half.
So I had to run away. This was the first practice end, or is this the first scoring end?
This is the first practice end.
First practice end.
Yep.
So 2 practice ends. We have, since we're here. Official practice. We have a couple people up here we're going to do an interview with, or at least help us do with the broadcast. We have Adam Gugasberg and Michael Honacki. And we will go ahead, and these guys are right here. Looks like they have a little bit of
we have Amelia, too.
Amelia there. So how are you guys doing?
Hi.
I know, Michael, you just shot it.
Shot this morning.
Adam, we haven't seen you shoot in a while. I'm sure your bow has so much dust on it that it would probably make you choke whenever you drew back and fired it.
Half of my equipment is out here in the field somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably
Madison's shooting
so.
my release right now. So
that is a true statement, Alec. When I look out there, there's probably about 5 kids that have 5 pieces of my my equipment that I've loaned out.
Yeah.
And who knows who has it all.
Kind of hard for me to shoot
My
at the moment.
binos are out there somewhere. I don't even know.
Yeah. Somebody's like, hey, can we rent some binos from you? Like, you know what? Just take Wendy's.
She's not using them.
Yeah. So Michael and let me see let me check something here. I think nope. I don't have I thought maybe I had a picture-in-picture so that you guys could see Wendy and I as well. But no, maybe you can. Oh, there we go.
Look at that.
Hey, there we go.
There you go.
How about that? All right, so
PNP.
Yeah, as they're it's covering up. Okay, let's move that down in front of Adam's face. So
it should be down in the middle.
Yeah. So we're trying something. Yeah, put it in front of his moobs there so nobody can see him.
Yeah, right here.
Oh my word.
This area.
Yeah.
There went our family-friendly radio.
Right there, right there. You guys are not missing anything right now. The archers are just doing their first practice in, but we have Michael
Well,
Honecke.
we're going into the second official practice now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just practice. Michael's a part of Eyes on Score with me, and so we're both just tickled to see tickled. You like that?
Tickled
that sounded
pink,
so
like little Amelia. Amelia is wearing
so lame.
so much.
So lame.
Tickled
But,
pink.
Michael's a part of that. Michael also started another company with risers. Tell us a little bit about the risers that you're developing.
Okay, so we have a design that's a classic Earl Hoyt design that was designed by a great archer, Hardy Ward. You'll have to go dig back into the archives to find that name. But back in 68 and 69, he was the youngest national champion for the adults at the U.S. Nationals. He was favored to win the Olympics in 72, but at the trials, he was shooting so much that his fingers were bleeding, and he had to withdraw. So John Williams got the honor and took the gold. Hardy developed the national shooting system for Taiwan, a whole program from young kids all the way up to Olympic caliber archers. Spent 8 years in Taiwan doing that for them, and then also was manufacturing risers and tennis equipment in China. After that, he kind of got on with more coaching, started this coaching path. Was actually I guess you could call it Coach Emeritus with China, and he was like the coach's coach. They never really used him, but he was hired by the Chinese government to do that. Ended up playing golf on a golf course in Hong Kong and had a heart attack and passed away.
Oh.
So
Wow,
the
this
risers.
is such a good story, Michael. Like, wow.
I'm giving you the whole thing here,
He died.
He died. And
But
he died.
And then he died. Yeah, and about a year before
you know
that,
what
he'd
happens when
sent
you
me-
drive a car and you die. You speed.
You
What
die.
was that, Modern
Listening
Family?
along.
That was my Modern Family.
Listening
Yeah.
along to the story, and then all of a sudden, he died.
And he died. So about a year before that, he sent me this drawing of a riser, and he says, "What do you think?" He goes,
Before he died.
"Yeah,
Before he
before he died." So we were looking at it, and I said, "I think you should do it." And it sat there in my inbox until after
After he died.
he passed away, and now that's where we're at.
Man.
We've got prototypes. We've got 12 prototypes out.
I was 12. I thought it was 7. So there
No,
you
we've
go,
got 12 prototypes, 7
I
right
thought
and
you
5
said
left.
5.
Okay.
Yep.
Whatever.
And a lot of the top
5, 6,
shooters.
7, 12.
I've got the resident athlete program. I've got a couple of risers out there where the kids are using them and testing them for me. Trenton Cowles, he's been shooting it.
We know him. I was talking about him earlier.
Yep. And 2 other people I can't name, but there's a couple other people out there that have this riser to test.
Secret shooters.
Secret
They
shooters. That's
shall
correct.
remain nameless.
Yes. So hopefully we'll have something going here next year where we're either going to do a Kickstarter campaign or we're going to just retail them through Lancaster.
There you go.
Not sure yet.
What did you shoot your riser today?
I did.
Well,
Is
that's
it-
a
is
good thing
there,
because Scott kept saying you
yeah.
were.
I was like, whew, here we go.
I was
Yep.
like, you're going to ask that now? Because it could
Is that riser going to have to be redesigned or anything after the prototype, or is it you think it's pretty close?
We did do some redesign. We moved some metal around on the grip area. We brought the front part of it where there's just a lot of extra metal. We moved that into the grip where it's kind of hidden now. The sight window, the shelf on the window, we had about 6 inches of window there, but the problem was at the very top, the radius was just a little bit too sharp. And for indoor shooting, if you're shooting a very fast bow, your sight got lost up in the metal. So we're raising that a little bit and almost making it 7 inches, but there's just a little bit of cosmetic stuff going on with it at this point.
Yeah, Adam's got a grinder. We could take care of that for you.
I've ground a few things.
People, right?
Yes.
You know, he's the king of grinding.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's not a bow I know that even works with that's stock.
No, it's grinding in JB Weld stick. You got
There
to
you go.
Oh my
JB
word! Is
Weld.
that where JB Weld started?
Yes.
With with Ryan.
Yeah. And so now Ryan's kind of a
JB
JB Weld, what is it?
Stock.
Snob,
He
like a
needs
little
to
bit of
have
a snob. Like,
stock.
oh, that
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
have JB Weld.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah, we're good.
There's
no, thank
actually
you.
3 types of JB Weld now.
Oh my word!
Yes, there's
There's
the metal.
marine.
Yeah.
Marine.
There's
metal.
a marine, the metal. There's a wood.
Yes.
And then there's what's the third one?
Grip.
Grip. That's it. Yeah. Well, there you go. We
just
have
made
them
that
all.
up. That's because we use those for grip.
That's all we use it for.
Yeah. That's the truth.
Oh.
Truth hurts. Yes.
Yep.
Look at our trad folks.
Yeah. So Adam, man, we hadn't seen you around for a while.
I know.
You kind of cool to be back in this.
It's fun. Yeah, I came up here. I told Amelia that there was a tournament going on today, and she wanted to come check it out. So
Yes, I hear she has a pink bow.
she does. She
All
has
right.
a pink bow that she loves shooting in the backyard.
So excited to hear about that. You know, Julia's got to have everything pink, so
Oh yeah,
that was perfect.
absolutely.
Also, this
Yeah.
would be your game because you only shoot skinnies.
That's all it would work very well for me. Yes. You know what I've noticed though, the last couple of years, I drew my bow back the other day, and I can't see my pin anymore in my scope.
I don't know why that happens.
Something about being old, I think. So I'm going to have to do some refactoring.
Yeah, well, you and Scott would know more about that than me, so.
I don't know about that. So what do you guys?
Real quiet over there.
Yeah. So what do you guys think of this shoot? This is a little different. I know, Michael, this is your first time to shoot it. Adam, did you even see it last year, or is this your first time to see this type of shoot?
I've seen it, and I have a strong appreciation for it, and I'll tell you why.
cool.
I used to travel all around Texas shooting the Shoot Your Way Across Texas.
Yep.
And when you get to a certain level of competition, if you miss 1X, you might as well just kind of go home, right?
Yep.
And this puts you in a little different situation to where when you're excelling, you're doing really well, and when you're not shooting as good, it's not that big of a deal, right? And so there's a real nice happy medium here of competition that I think is pretty cool.
And I wonder if this is one of those competitions. I don't know if it'll continue to grow. I think it will because the timing is right, because it's right in between outdoor and indoor. And so it gives you, some guys won't even switch their outdoor arrows yet. They just leave their outdoor arrows on it and then shoot
because
this
they
one.
have the skinnies.
And that was the idea, is to get this shoot out right in between indoor and outdoor,
Yeah.
so that people had the choice. Do they want to go ahead and move to their outdoor or their indoor arrows, or stick with those micros?
I just figured it was because it was a free weekend.
Oh, no.
No, there was a reason why I scheduled it when I scheduled it. It was a free weekend.
Yeah.
And we needed something to do.
Right.
I will say that I set up my indoor Tuesday. So I had maybe 3 or 4 days of actual tuning and setup and fletching and finding arrow mistakes and refletching and getting everything ready for this. And it was a good break, having a good break from nationals.
Outdoor.
For outdoor, and then rolling back into the indoor season. And this is a good one to just test the metal of the machine, test the riser, test everything, see how everything's going, make sure it's all kicking like it should.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the guy that's sitting in first place right now on Open Class, and what he said was, he goes, man, this is actually, shooting 60Xs or 59Xs, it's like on Siwatt, like what Adam was saying is that it's a, you drop 1X, drop 2Xs, you're kind of out of it. Here, because of the inside out X, it gives you the ability to actually come back from it.
Right. Yeah, I really appreciate the 7 inside out. I didn't shoot many of them. I think I had 8, but I had a lot of 6s and I had a bunch of 5s.
Well, that was 8 more points then.
Oh yeah, trust me, it's interesting how to shoot this, and it definitely is a game changer and a game player. Because tomorrow when we do the shoot up, that's going to even be more fun.
Yeah, so the shoot-up's a little different than say, USA, because USA does match play. So in your case, so for Olympic recurve, explain to everybody what match play is, and then we'll talk about what we're going to do here.
Yep. So in match play, you're head-to-head, high score each end gets either 2 points, you tie, you get 1, or you lose, you get 0. So first person to 6, so if you win 3 matches, three ends, head-to-head, anytime in those 5 you shoot and win that end, you get your 6 points and you move on. Otherwise, it's if you tie or you come down to that you're both 5-5 or it's 5-3, then they go to a 1-arrow shoot-off and it's closest to the center. So this is very unique in the sense that match play is a round robin where you're breaking it down from 1 to 64, 2 to 63, and then you keep moving. In the shoot-up, the last person, the 8th person, shoots against the 7th person, and whoever wins that moves up, and it just keeps progressing. I think this is a whole lot cooler. So the guy that's, 8th he still has a chance to be number one. Whereas in a round robin, he may not have that chance. If he was 64th, he's probably not going to get to number one because he's shooting against number one already.
Right out of the gates.
Right out of the gates, yeah.
And there's something to him shooting at 7. Let's just say he wins.
Yep.
And now he's got a little confidence. He's warm. Now everyone's on the defensive.
Yep.
Like, I don't want to get beat by number 7 or 8. I want to, because I was at this place. And so there's a little mind games there. There's a little bit of, they're warm. And I know in archery, someone that's shot 30 arrows compared to somebody coming off fresh is a whole different archer.
Correct. Oh, yeah. It takes me 3 or 4 ends. And I'm going to admit it, being a little bit older, it may take more than 3 or 4 ends for me to get warmed up. And it's just, it can be hard. These young kids, they got an advantage.
They do. Well, we have Madison Wood. This was, I know that.
It's a good shot of her right there.
Yeah, that is a good shot
That's
of
a good
her.
shot.
Adams, this is one of Adam's students. I think that's maybe that's some of her equipment.
We know the release is.
I'm pretty sure that release is his. So he, when kids are struggling with certain releases, us as coaches will try different things and put her on a index, and she's shooting that index really well.
Yep.
I don't know where did he run. He ran off to. I think Amelia, his daughter, had him run off somewhere. But
powder room.
Yeah.
Powder room.
And Michael, what you have a competition coming up here in a couple weeks as well, don't you?
About 3.5 weeks. Yeah, we've got the Fall Fling Archery Classic in Bryan, Texas, October 14th and 15th. So we're going to shoot this one a little differently. Back in the day, everyone used to shoot 25 meters and 18 meters at nationals. And somewhere in the last 25 years, that kind of went away, so everybody just started shooting 18 meters. Well, there's still an opportunity for world records. There's still opportunity for national records. So we kind of throw the 25 meter out there so that people can come out and shoot it and experience what it used to be like to shoot a 60 centimeter face at 25 meters. So you're still shooting 60 arrows. It's a little bit bigger face. You shoot two to the face and score it just like you would a 300 round, and high score wins. But so what we're doing is we're shooting 2 rounds of 25 meters on Saturday, and then we'll shoot 2 rounds of 18 meters on Sunday on the 40 centimeter. We're going to have a 9 o'clock line and a 2 o'clock line, I think is what I got it set up as.
Wow.
So hopefully we'll get a good crowd. Live Oak Archery's shop in Bryan that moved about 2 years ago. Went from a little dungeon where they had like 4 lanes,
right,
and you could just barely shoot with the bow.
Ryan couldn't even shoot on the right side.
Yeah, the ceiling was too low.
The ceiling was too low.
The ceiling was too low.
I'm not even over exaggerating it either. I mean, I don't think you could walk through.
Scott is correct. It was a very small little cave.
Yes.
So now they've got a full 20 lanes in one direction where you get almost 40 yards, and then you can actually turn the shooting line, and you can shoot 18 meters or 20 yards and have 30 positions. There's not much room for spectators that way, but their shop is pretty well laid out so that you can have a lot of people in there.
It really is a beautiful facility, to be honest. Like
nice.
If you've not been out there, if you remember the old one, strike that from your memory.
Right.
The new one up there is really a nice archery shop, and they've got a lot of options.
Yeah.
Like
We've
you
been
said,
to both
they can do
locations.
25 meters. What's the maximum distance you can shoot in that indoor range?
40 yards.
40
Okay.
yards.
Yeah.
So you could do the 25, 30 meter shoot as well if you wanted to. Because I know that there's some national world records that are there as well that are out there for the taking, because I think we've only been running one of those 25 meter tournaments maybe once every year, once every 2 years.
My first one to take Julia was last year in Columbus.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Columbus is good about running that tournament once a year.
Yeah.
And you're going to go ahead and sanction this through USA Archery so that they can get those national records and world records, correct?
Correct.
Very cool.
Yep. Yeah. So the only thing that we can't do is we can't get a double record anymore. It's only the single records now are available for the 25 meters, and I'm not sure why. I guess USA World Archery may be trying to phase that distance out. I'm not sure, but they're no longer recognizing double records. It's just a single round. So. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Come out and shoot, have fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
And we'll get more information out there. I think Michael is going to try to get some emails out to everybody here in Texas that has shot any of these shoots that we've had.
I think you have put it you or someone put it on our JOAD
Yeah.
Yeah, I shared it.
Facebook page.
I've shared it through Texas State Archery Association.
Okay,
and
maybe that's where I saw it.
one
I
or
saw
two
it in
others.
One of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I created a
those.
Facebook page for it, and the only thing that I've had problems with is I think I made a link problem with the registration page. So I have to go back through and clean that up and start over again with the registration link.
Our
So-
judges are still sticking with the line.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, yeah.
So we do appreciate all our volunteers that are out here to help us make this happen. You know, it's one of those things with us giving money away. There's just not a lot of money to be left. So
Right.
we go ahead and we really appreciate everyone that comes out and helps us pull this off. And so we have Jeff and Laura down there as our judges, keeping everything honest and making sure there's no issues. If there's any calls, they're right there for those calls.
Yeah.
I'm sure if there is a rule call, he'll just make it up because there are no rules. What is the first rule of Fight Club? But we have 4 different divisions that are out there. You have the open class, which is compound. You have bow hunter, which bow hunter has some limitations. Stabilizer length has to be under 12 inches from riser to the end of the weights. No magnification, and also they can't move their sight after scoring starts. Then you have Olympic recurve, which is what Michael was shooting, was Olympic recurve. And he's been shooting Olympic recurve for, what, 2-3 years? I'm being good.
Yeah, try almost 40.
Maybe I add a 0
wow.
on the end of those.
Yeah.
He's been shooting Olympic recurve for a long time. Very good coach, and has started a JOAD club up there at Bryan College Station, which I think is doing very well, isn't it?
We had a couple of families move, so we're in the process of rebuilding. So we had a family that's they were Air Force and had 3 kids, and they moved out of state. And then we had another family that had some young girls that were shooting, and they moved to Japan.
Wow.
Okay.
So-
Wow.
Yeah, they moved all right.
Yeah, big move, big surprising move. But yeah, so we had upwards of about 12 archers, 12 kids shooting at any one time, and kids come and go. It's just a rebuild is what we're at. So
Yep.
been getting a lot of responses from people, and I've got a new set of kids coming in. I've got 4 new kids that I'm hopefully going to be coaching and training here in the next couple of weeks, and we'll get them part of the club and get the JOAD moving again down up there.
And our club did the same thing. So that's normal for a club that's starting off. You kind of start off strong, and then it kind of dips a little bit. But what you want those dips just to be small dips, and then just continue to keep stair-stepping to build a strong club. And there's enough archers here in the Houston, Bryan College Station area to fill up rooms, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So much opportunity out
I
there.
think every club goes through that at some point. It's just like a football team. I think of, whenever you've got like a high school football team, people age out.
Yep.
And they
Yep.
either go off to college or somewhere. And so, you've got to rebuild your team. So I see that happening often.
Yeah. I was thinking of going to some of these bigger NASP tournaments and having some flyers made. So that, because I know a lot of these kids are in the NASP or in the 4-H and don't even realize that there's a JOAD club in the same town that they're in.
Well, I was talking to Griffin Archery out there in Tyler, and they're getting creative on how to start a club, because out there they're struggling to get like a JOAD type club going, but their NASP program is growing quite a bit.
Huh.
And so they've got a very strong NASP team there at Griffin. And so the challenge there, I think, Michael, and you'll agree, is how do you transition from NASP into target archery?
It's a very
If you could answer that for us, that would be great. Go ahead, Michael.
it's hard.
Michael, go.
No, it's hard. I mean, Scott, you're here. You see it every day. You see them coming in with that NASP bow, that Genesis, and those 18-20 arrows, and then they're expected to shoot at a 40-centimeter face at 18 meters, and it's just not the equipment to do it with, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it's a $300 setup.
Yep.
And so transitioning from a $300 setup into target archery, there is, I'm not going to pretend that it's an easy sport to get into, a cheap sport to get into. You can start off cheap, but it's just a constant to get to bows like you're looking at right there. Andrew Z, that is a target bow. He's 15 years old. He has, that's probably it's probably a $4,000 setup to be able to, and for these kids to be able to compete, they have to have those setups. And that's the same for Olympic recurve.
We've talked about it being an investment.
Yeah. And there's not really a cheap option to get into this sport. I mean, I say there is cheaper options, but
there are more budget-friendly options.
Right. Well, and that's kind of the story that we had with our bow, with the Pecos is what we're calling it. I wanted to be mid-market. Instead of being a $1,000 bow, I wanted to be $600 or $700 bow.
Yeah.
So I can get into more hands, so that more kids have an opportunity to use something that's high enough quality to get them down the road for 5 or 6 years.
I went ahead and came up with a name for your bow. What was it?
The Hodge-Nacky.
He's shooting the Hodge-Nacky.
I was like, really? And he's I don't know.
I was like, I know. I go, and they're calling it the Hodge-Nacky. And she's like, really? Okay.
I was all into it. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Scott.
That's what Siri says when Mike calls. Mike Hodge-Nacky is calling.
Hodge-Nacky. Oh, look, we got Adam back with us.
I'm back.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We had a good view. Andrew's one of Adam's students as well, and we were talking about the different equipment that these athletes have to be able to compete. And it's really getting to the point where...
There's my release.
Yeah, we already talked about the release. At least she did have your stabilizer up until recently.
Until recently, yeah. I got that back.
Yeah. These kids, you can't throw money at it, but these kids get so good so fast that they start out shooting their equipment, and you have to be able to upgrade and get them to the point where they can compete.
Yep. Madison was actually on our red team one year.
Yep.
And was a very strong shooter.
I'm glad you brought up the red team. I know that you're a part of the red team still, right?
Yep.
Okay.
One of 5 coaches.
Well, tell us. So, I'm sure there's some people out there that are like, wait, what are you talking about, the red team? Go ahead and give us, and you're a part of TSAA, which is kind of that liaison between the red team and the Texas State Archery Association, which is a part of USA Archery. Tell us about the red team.
So red team is a regional elite development. So what we're looking for in our region, we have Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. And we look for those up-and-coming kids that are looking for the next step. Say they're working with a level 1, level 2 instructor, and they're just out shooting what the instructor can train them in. We have camps 3 times a year. Typically, we'll have an indoor camp first part of the springtime that we may be able to transition out into outdoor if the weather's good that weekend. We'll then have a full-on outdoor camp, usually June or July. And then, again, I just came back from camp last week where we had, again, it was a transition back into outdoor/indoor. So we did most of our training indoor. We did a lot of form coaching, did a lot of mental management, did a lot of equipment explanation. So this time we learned how to make a string, which, most kids probably never think about it, but we try to train the kids to be self-sufficient. So teaching them how to make a string, teach them how to fletch arrows, what do I do on the line when this happens? Just the basics, really. Just to give them a little bit more of an edge over their competitor. So as they're growing, they can actually improve what they're doing year over year.
Yeah, there's definitely value in understanding even down to how a string is made.
Yes. Yep. How many strands, how many twists, what kind of serving you use, the distinctions between Jesse Johnson is our head coach. He was talking about a virgin strand, meaning there's no wax on it. So, imagine that. So you make a string and then you wax it after the fact. And the reason that you use a no wax string to make a string, if that sounds right.
Waxless string?
Yeah, waxless string. So that you don't have that wax when you're twisting it become part of the strands and deform it. So now you're making a smaller string, and then you wax it at the end. I'm sure even Adam has some more comments about how to make strings and do things.
So everyone that has watched last night and then this morning, so this is nothing to do with what Mr. Honecki was saying, but the person that we were just watching, the archer to the right of Micah Z that's on the screen right now, but you can see her arm at full draw. This has been one of our camera ladies for the weekend. There we are right there. She's been volunteering, and we still have Lily up with us who's taking over while Jacqueline is down there shooting. So yes, we do allow for our volunteers to go and shoot. So we're just very thankful and hoping she's having a good time down there.
Looking fun.
Oh, yeah.
And I think she's Barebow, too, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah,
She
she is
is.
Barebow.
Yeah, we have a good mix. Like with our club, we've got a good mix of recurve. They're starting. With our club, it became very strong compound. And we've worked hard to try to start to build up that recurve and Barebow group, and they are definitely we're starting to get more archers that are involved in that and want to be a part of that team. There's Larry Ellis. Larry comes up here and volunteers his time a lot and helps out, so it's good to see Larry there.
Larry was online with us last night, or was it this morning? One or the other. I'm not even sure anymore.
I don't remember. One thing we've mentioned is that you'll see a couple archers that are shooting different divisions. So you are allowed to shoot different divisions. Where the fun will come in is if they're shooting at the same time during the shoot up, you're going to have to shoot and then get over to the other lane and shoot because we don't wait for no one.
Nice.
So that is part of this tournament. You can shoot them, but just be prepared.
So it is kind of cool, but there's also a downside to that, because if you get into that and then you get to where, all right, I'm going to have to make a choice now. I'm either going to shoot this or I'm going to shoot that. Well, if you've gotten into the final 8 and you're still going, and then you get to that point where you're going to bow out and just stick
Of one
with
of the divisions.
Yeah, then you've knocked somebody else out and you've made them to where they weren't allowed to come in and shoot. So I don't know. I see both sides of it, that getting to, if you shoot 2 different types of bow and you want to compete in both. But, man, that's a hard choice to.
Yeah, but, for those then the ones that didn't make it in the top 8 don't suck.
My word.
Ouch.
So
There you
nice.
go.
So nice.
Sevens are your friend, right?
Sevens are your
Sevens are
friend. All right. And so David Allen is still watching, even though he was at work this morning.
David.
So we've got a lot of shout outs.
The
Go
man, the myth,
Logan.
the legend.
Go Case. Go Andrew. Go Micah. Go Madison. Go Matthew.
Wow.
There you go.
Go Lily.
There are a lot of people online watching us.
That's all from David Allen.
That's all from David Allen.
He is either on a lunch break or he has nothing else to do. I don't know.
Well, as of right now, there's over 30 people watching.
All right.
We're
in
famous.
the middle of the day
Yes,
on a
yes.
Saturday.
What I was telling others is, we may have, 20, 30 people watching, but when this thing ends, that's when everybody here watches it, and it starts getting out very quickly with all the shares. And so, like last night, I looked, we had over 500 views by the time, I got home last night, even though we had 20, I think our max number was 28 or something like that.
Y'all need to have one of your computer screens up with the comments on Facebook, because I was commenting to you guys and nobody was.
Well, there's something going on with our
like
comments.
today he couldn't see them at all.
So there's the app that we use has a chat, and that chat used to pull all the comments and everything together so that we see them all at one time. But for some reason, it's not even working today.
Huh.
So Wendy's got her eye on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Trying.
She's trying. What we haven't even. So if you guys are interested in seeing what the live scores are, you probably already know. But go to eyesonscore.com, click on live score, and you will see the Texas Ringer. Click on it, and you'll be able to see the updated scores. Top 8, like we were saying, will move on to the finals tomorrow, and we'll be have a shoot up.
Hey, Sean, Paunch is my hero.
He's trying to call me Punch because of the glasses I was wearing.
Nice.
Oh, all right.
I know you love
Well,
me,
we're
Sean.
missing your $8,000 flashlight, though. Just
I know, where
wanna
is it?
say.
You have an $8,000 flashlight?
No, Sean does.
Sean does.
Sean does.
Sean does.
And
It's special.
What do you do with an $8,000
It's special.
flashlight?
It allows you to
Things up,
see.
apparently.
It allows you to see lines better, apparently.
Oh,
Is this,
Hey, Christmas, glad to have you back, friend.
hey, Christmas.
Haven't seen Christmas in a while, have we?
I know.
You get him
He
back.
disappears every now and then.
He does. Looks like everybody's scoring. Looks like we had 2,
Are they?
3, 4 no-shows for today.
oh no.
But that's okay.
That's all right. It allowed for somebody to be able to get in.
I'm going to do the math on this one, but I think it's 10% no-shows for our tournaments almost
Really?
every time. So if there's 100 archers signed up, there'll be 10 no-shows roughly.
Huh.
If it's 200, it's 20. And it just seems to be right on that. That's what it was last year for almost every one of our tournaments, right around that 10%.
Wow.
Well, that's not good.
You know what the beautiful part is? We still collected their money.
You still
There you go.
That's right.
Yep. You pay
know.
for the privilege.
You pay for your spot. And because this thing filled up, times filled up. So like this time slot filled up and archers were not able to sign up for this 1 o'clock line. So those 4 archers took spots that were available for other archers.
Not
That's
good.
And the
okay,
other,
they
the
didn't
other,
show
and
up.
You know,
and
that
the
gives
even,
me an idea.
and the even better part, even the better part,
Shame.
gives me an idea.
even the other better part is that their money still goes into the pot
That's right.
for those divisions.
They donated.
They donated. Yes, they did. There's a Barebow. Michael, go ahead and tell us what's the difference between, I don't know, maybe you'll know this or maybe you won't. What's the difference between a Barebow and a trad bow?
Well, if I'm correct in this, a Barebow is allowed to have a rest and a plunger, whereas a trad, they have to shoot off the shelf of the bow itself.
So that looks like a trad bow, doesn't it? Let's see when
I can't see when she draws down.
I think I can see the
Yeah,
the
she's shooting
moleskin
she's shooting off the shelf.
But it has a metal riser, correct?
It is a metal riser.
but you can still do trad with a metal riser.
Yep. Yeah, it's a takedown instead of a one piece. But yeah, she's shooting off the shelf. She's got looks like moleskin or something.
Yep.
That's a challenge. Well, the reason I say that is because your arrows have to be very well matched to the poundage,
Yes.
because you have really no way to push that arrow off the bow.
That was some English there. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
that was some major
Okay,
What
so
a-
here's a Barebow here, and he's actually string walking.
bow jujitsu. Bow jujitsu.
You can't even say it right.
Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu.
All right. Well,
that's Mr.
David
Nesbitt.
Allen is calling out to Adam.
Why?
He says it's time for Coach Adam to come out of retirement.
As
that
long
boy.
as he stays
We
in
feel the
compound, I
same.
don't want him in recurve anymore.
I wouldn't be able to shoot a recurve anymore anyway. Come
Man,
on
he
now.
can barely shoot
The
a compound
1
bow
year
anymore.
you shoot recurve, the 1 year, I'm 0.1 points behind you for Archer of the Year.
I heard this story.
You think I don't remember this?
Oh, I know you remember. I could send you the shadow box if you'd like, Mike.
Oh, no, it's all right. No, I got mine this year. Thank you very much.
Christmas says you can't string walk with the trad.
That is
That's
true.
correct. Point of aim.
So
Christmas
that
knows stuff.
that is
Oh,
Barebow.
hey, Christmas now says, Adam, you come out, he'll come out.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh, really?
there are a lot of people throwing down,
There are.
That's some serious throwdowns right there.
calling you out, my friend.
I still have some very, very cool video snippets of Christmas shooting excellent form at one of the state field championships.
Excellent form?
Excellent form. Just yeah.
Yep. Like
All
Madison
right.
still working on a score.
Yeah, she didn't like that very much. She went ahead and let down.
Good
See if
job,
she can-
Madison.
Coach G would say, Coach Z would say, good shot, good shot. Oh, Aaron says he doesn't own a bow anymore.
Well,
Christmas.
We can fix that.
Did you hear that, Christmas? He said we can fix that.
Hey, I have a 2009 Hoyt Vantage Elite in my closet. It's awesome.
He He has
Shot.
an awesome bow. It's like a used car salesman.
No,
I got a deal for you.
It's one of those bows that I'll never sell, you know?
I got a bare whitetail he could use. That would be.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
A whitetail, too.
Yep, that's it.
I have so many bows in my closet right now that need to be sold.
I'm sure we can find Christmas a bow.
Oh, I know there's people out there that would give him one to use.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No questions asked. He's missed. All right, what target is that we were focused on?
That looks like it is going to be Jacqueline's.
That Jacqueline's? Okay.
Normally the girls are real good about putting the target with the archer.
Oh, okay, good.
You got quite the camera crew.
I'm telling you, they're awesome. They've been doing this for us for almost a year.
Oh.
Aaron said, Christmas says you don't have one big enough for him. Too bad they won't reach 32 inches.
You know, I might have to Google it now.
Oh, now he's throwing down against Stonebreaker. I'm going Barebow to beat Stonebreaker.
Good
He's
luck.
going to have to get a little bit older quicker.
Good luck. Only when Rick shoots down.
Right.
Only when he shoots down.
Oh, what are you trying to say about Stonebreaker? Now y'all are calling him out for being old? Huh?
Well,
Respect your elders. What happened to that?
he's probably the only other archer here that shot longer than I have. I don't know. There's a few compound shooters that maybe could make that claim. I don't know.
Mr. Stonebreaker is on the line right now.
Man, I just got to thinking about it. That was like 01 or 02 when we were all shooting recurve. That's a long time ago.
Don't tell anyone.
It's in the back of my mind. It's like, I wasn't too long ago I shot
I
a
was
recurve.
wondering why it got so quiet. So you were over there adding up the.
I was doing math.
He was doing the math. He can't do it in his head, so he's on their fingers and toes trying to count this out.
Yeah.
He's at that point.
Oh my.
What I'm really impressed with is all the youth that are coming up. We have a lot
Absolutely.
of really strong shooters, a
You
lot
know,
of good kids.
I mentioned that in the shoot this morning that there are all age. We only have 2 age divisions here at this shoot. There is 17 and under, and then there's all of those who are older. And to see the amount of youth who are here shooting, and I was very nice about it. I was very polite, but Scott said, and how old the oldest people are here. But the range, archery is for everyone. That was their slogan last year. They're probably still using it this year for USA Archery.
Oh, yeah.
Archery is for everyone, and it really is. We talked about how much it costs, that it can be an investment, and that is very true. You can get in on a budget.
Did you see how much the new Matthews target bow is?
Yes.
I remember when it was a big deal. I'm gonna get me a Conquest 4. It's like $800. That's big time. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking
Things have changed.
two
a bit.
bills now. We're talking two
Yeah.
big bills.
Yeah.
Julia's first bow was $600.
Yeah.
And so was Luke's, and not anymore. So now they're going down there to score their arrows.
Yep.
I don't know. In the beginning of the tournament, it always seems like it is moving at a snail's pace. All right, Christmas is saying $2,100.
Yeah.
So whatever y'all were talking about.
We were talking about the Matthews bow.
Okay, $2,100.
Yeah. It's
Stabilizer is $800. Is what he says.
yeah.
And then talk to all the shop owners that have to buy a new setup to be able to actually work on the bow.
Oh, really?
Yep.
And this is their new bow? Wow.
Yeah.
I bet it
But
shoots real nice though.
a shop that already.
I really want to try one. I mean, I was like, that looks really nice.
Well, evidently for $2,900 you can have one.
Well, I just collect all the rest of my equipment from my students and
Sell it all.
Sell it all.
sell it all, and then refinance the house.
We'll be able to afford it. Yeah.
Sell all.
It does
of
look pretty sharp though. I think
so
it looks pretty nifty.
What vehicle did you drive here today?
The F-250. The oldie, but
So
goodie.
the red,
The
the
paid
red
for.
sports car is still sitting in the.
Yeah, it runs though. I mean, just don't drive it too far.
Just,
Yeah.
Yep.
oh my goodness.
The TA.
Don't see many of those anymore.
I drove that down to Texas in '97.
1997.
Look at that.
Andrew looks
Look at
nice.
that group
Micah.
down there.
Micah Z.
Micah's.
Look at that. Ooh. All white.
He's a strong Olympic recurve shooter.
Yes, he
Yeah, he is.
I'm sure.
Correct me if
Joe
I'm
is
wrong, but
watching.
didn't all that family start out Barebow and now they've kind of spread out from there?
I don't know. Did Andrew?
I don't know
start
how
out?
they started off.
I think they all
Micah
started off
was
Barebow.
Barebow.
I
They
think
may have.
They all started out Barebow.
Call Joe.
Yeah, call Joe.
Call
Well,
Joe.
I'm sure he's watching right now. So
Probably. And that's the other thing that I really like about this sport is that the whole family can get involved.
yes, absolutely. You know, we did a podcast on it one time with Sean and Sabrina Harrigan, and talking about the entire family. Even, you know, Spencer is autistic, and Spencer was shooting. They have a picture that had all four of them at an archery tournament, and that's what it's all about. Everyone can do it. That's I know that's where that slogan came from, but
Yep.
archery is for everyone.
Izzy even shoots arrows. She's 3.5, and she
really?
loves shooting. Yeah. Izzy and Amelia like shooting arrows in the backyard.
How old's
Yeah.
Amelia? Amelia now?
Amelia's 5.5. She just started kindergarten this year.
Okay, so she's getting
That's what she's
close to
coming,
you
yeah.
in a couple more
But she already
years.
has a pink bow, Scott. She already has a pink
Oh,
bow.
I know.
Yeah.
It came from here.
I know. I know a guy.
You know a guy.
Somebody
I know a
somebody
guy.
ordered the wrong bow.
Somebody
Yeah, I heard- she told me about that.
Who is a
too.
very good coach.
who's a very good coach forgot to check her eye dominance.
I was kind of wondering. She goes, "Yeah, I'm left-handed, and I got the wrong bow.
Yeah.
I am right eye dominant."
Yeah,
and
she
you
is.
know what? She was very smart to tell me how she knows that. She did her hands in a little triangle and brought it
Oh,
up to
yeah.
her eye. Yeah.
Yeah, we won't make that mistake again.
She is a very smart little girl.
There's Case Scott. Case Scott won it last year in his division. Last year we had a couple different divisions, which we had kind of an older group and a younger group. This year we just combined all the youth together. He's already started off shooting pretty good. I think he's leading the pack as of today. So his average arrow count right now is a 6.47. Put that in perspective. Let's see. Where is it? I'm looking here.
That was Christmas.
So Julia, she ended with a 6.39. So it's going to be really close when these guys get down to the end on where those points are.
Oh,
He didn't like that one.
no, he
No.
didn't. Not happy.
Let's see what his response.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
that face. Yeah, he's not happy.
He's pissed. Yeah, let's work on that one.
That's okay. Just shoot a 7 this time. You'll be
That's
all right.
right. Get it back. Get it
I
back.
have only seen one archer in the last 2 sessions that we've had that was like stone cold. Did not show any emotion whatsoever. Never showed mad face. Never showed sad face. Never showed disgusted face. Nothing. The little girl that we were talking about.
Yeah. We looked at the score and it was like one good one, one bad one. You couldn't have told.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have known
She
which
had
one
the
it was.
same face. I'm like, man, you need her to play poker.
I tried to do that poker face, but I'm not really good at it.
It reminds me of Russell Payne.
Oh yeah.
He's stoic. You know.
He is.
Yeah.
You can't tell if he's upset or not.
Nope.
Or happy. It didn't matter.
Usually happy.
Yeah, he was an excellent shooter.
Glad
You get
we
way
got-
more emotion out of Natalie as his wife.
Right.
Glad we were able to get Matthew Parmenter in here today. He was supposed to shoot this morning. We were all looking, going, he was supposed to shoot this morning. I wonder what happened. We were worried because if he registers, he's there. And then he came up, he's like, I left all my stuff at Houston Archery, and they didn't open until 10 this
Oh,
morning.
my
Oh,
goodness.
no.
You're like, whoops.
Oops.
He's like, is there any way? I was like, it may be a last minute, we'll have to see. But we were able to told him, I said, Do you have your bow put together? Yes. Have you warmed up? Nope. I said, you might ought to go do that.
Might have to.
I said, because it'd be like 10 minutes before. But I think he had 30 minutes, so it was all good.
Plenty of time.
Oh,
Plenty
yeah.
of time.
Looks like there must have been 4 no-shows because he took one of the spots.
Yep. It looks
Miss
like you got
Lily.
somebody over on the Barebow side.
Andrew did start with compound.
Andrew did?
Yep.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Micah was barebow.
Got it.
Yeah, but Micah broke world records as
Yeah.
a barebow shooter for his division
Yep.
Yep.
and then switched over to Olympic recurve and still very good shooter
Yeah.
and coming on even stronger.
And
Logan
then Joe
Hamilton
did,
and Larry Ellis there. Larry
Joe.
with sorry, go ahead, Wendy.
He's trying to figure out which target he's on.
he just got lost.
Yeah, he did.
So Joe started out with bow hunter
Must have
and
a
Claire
6
was
power.
barebow.
Yeah.
Still can't get any words in, can you?
No, I cannot. I feel like this story of my life.
Were you trying to say something, Wendy?
That's okay. It's okay. So Joe started out.
Maybe yeah. Is there anybody down there that want to replace Wendy with?
Right?
Oh, we're bad.
Not as bad as Scott last night. If he could offend anybody, he was going to do it.
There's Logan Saxman there.
What's his last name?
Saxman.
It is not. There's
Saxon.
no M in his name.
Saxon. Whatever. What's the top score that you can get on one of these targets, Wendy? Was it?
Have you been
No.
partaking?
Well, on one end, what's
Explain
the
to us what a
maximum score
compound
that you
bow
can
is.
get? 7 times 5. What is that? 28? Is that what?
How many strands are in a compound string typically?
Come on, Wendy. Tell us how many strands are there?
Oh, y'all are bad. Leave her alone. Let's talk about Mr. Stonebreaker here.
Look, there he is.
Well, I was
The
at
man,
I
the
was
myth,
at
the legend.
Adult Nationals about a month
that
ago.
Was scary.
Yep.
And it came down that they were tied going into the last, him and Spanky.
Spanky, correct.
Yeah, so Spanky,
I haven't seen Spanky in a
he
while.
shot amazing. Like his qualifying scores even beat the seniors, and
Yes, he did.
and then they go into the shoot-offs. Comes down to Rick and Spanky, 1 arrow shoot-off, and Rick ends up winning it. It was really fun to watch.
I watched that little video snippet on Facebook, and you could hear Rick at the end. He's looking through his binoculars, and he says, "I won." It was really close. It was really close.
Stonebreaker
It was
style.
really close, but I
I
won.
won.
I won.
And
That's
that's
awesome.
that.
How funny. We got up there on the screen, ladies.
Yeah. Gonna zoom
got
out.
Jeff.
I'm not sure we're
We have
looking
Jeff
at
up
anybody
on the
there,
screen.
girls. There we go. There we go.
There we go.
No one wants to look at Jeff.
That right there is my neighbor's brother.
Your
Right in the middle.
neighbor's brother.
Yeah.
Ron.
Yeah.
Ron.
You
What,
can't
man?
even.
He's
Rowdy.
trying
Oh,
today.
you're talking about Rowdy. I thought you were talking about the archer.
I don't know why I
Yeah,
say
Rowdy.
Ron.
What kind of
It's-
buzz he shooting? Haven't seen that one before.
Now we're talking about the archer. Y'all, I'm getting lost over here. I don't know. We're switching people and.
Is that a new Gilo or something?
I don't know.
I don't have my glasses on.
I can't tell. He's shooting Barebow.
Yep.
Is it really?
It could have been trad. He's wearing trad. Why are you being a jerk?
Really?
Wendy.
Oh, it's time to score.
Time to pull them.
You guys ever tell any jokes on this thing?
Oh, yes. I tell jokes all the time.
Not good ones, but she tells them.
So here's my only clean one I can tell.
Oh, my.
Do you know that they're not making 12-inch rulers any longer?
That's
I thought you said clean.
I've lost
What?
it.
What on?
He's crying.
What on earth?
that's real good, Mike.
Yeah, that's a good one, Mike. Thank you.
Oh, my God. Well,
as Mike tells his clean story, like, we'll go ahead and just wrong button.
That was so loud.
Wrong button. Crap. Let me turn that off. Here. Oh, here we go. Is this it? This it? There we go. As Mike's talking, what the?
And
That was the clean version.
I have learned so much during this shoot.
Yeah, we taught her what 420 meant.
Nice.
Yeah.
The day?
Hey, does it?
The day, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the day, okay.
Have you guys heard of Murphy's Law? Can anybody tell me what Murphy's Law is?
If it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Are you familiar with Cole's Law?
Nope.
It's thinly sliced cabbage with mayo.
Totally saw that coming. I totally saw it coming.
I love that one. That's awesome. That was a good one.
We had to hesitate for a second too. Like, wait a minute.
I heard Scott starting to react.
He had to get it out fast.
Yeah, I did. Could get that beep going for you.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh, man.
Well, this is a good time to remind you that Eyes on Score is out there. So if you want to see live scores, go to
It's a really great
eyesonscore.com.
time.
There's two ways to see scores. One is to click on live scoring, and you'll see it right there.
Adam and I both. Oh.
And the other is you go to Teams, type in Texas Archery, click on it, and you'll see it there.
Oh, man.
The other day, my wife told me that I'm the cheapest person she knows. I'm not buying it.
Wouldn't either. Wouldn't either. I wouldn't buy that joke either.
No. Doc Talk. That's what you need to be looking for on TikTok. DOCK Talk. Bunch of dad jokes.
Oh, okay.
That's where we
So,
get
yeah,
all this
well,
good stuff.
One of the jokes that I say a lot. I usually do this at a like at work when they'd have these little baby showers. I'd go ahead and share this one joke. So there's husband and wife. They're pregnant, and they're about to deliver a baby. So she goes into labor. They go to the hospital, and the doctor says, "You know what? We've got this new procedure. We can go ahead and transfer some of the pain from the father or from the mother to the father. But we're going to go ahead and do it at low dosage, like 3%, because that's probably about all that you're going to be able to handle." Like, okay. So they go ahead and they do 3%. They notice he's doing pretty good. They go ahead and up it to 5%. They do 10%. And they're like, wow, they're checking his vitals. They're like, man, he's doing awesome. And it's obviously helping the mom at this point. So they keep on crank it up. They crank it up all the way to 100%. He takes on 100% of the pain. And she delivers the baby pain-free. They're like, huge success. They head home a couple days later. As they pull into the driveway, they notice the mailman dead on the front porch.
Oh, my word. How did I get
I knew this was
suckered?
going that direction. Somehow I knew.
You knew it was coming.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
That's a good view of all the archers, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a nice shot there.
Matthew Parmenter, one of the top recurves in the nation.
I was going to say, that name's very familiar. He did very well at Buckeye.
Yes, he is an
Yes.
excellent shooter. Funny story, many years ago, him and his brother show up, and guess who forgets his stabilizers? Matthew. So we had to put them on separate lines, and it was Matthew's responsibility to take the stabilizer off his brother's bow, put it on his bow, shoot, take it off his bow, put it back on his brother's bow.
Oh, my God.
And that poor kid, he's like, he never forgot his stabilizer again after that.
Yeah.
There's a lesson.
Yeah, he was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
It's like at Buckeye, whenever we had official practice, and I had two Matthews guys down there doing the compound practice, and I was like, "I'm sorry, sir, it's official practice. You cannot wear Crocs." And like, okay. Well, then I'm like, "Do you have any other shoes?" "No." All right, I'm sorry. And then I look, and dude's out there shooting. I'm like, he didn't say he had any other shoes. What's going on? And I look back there, and his buddy doesn't have any shoes. They're switching
Nice.
shoes.
Shoes back and forth.
Back and forth.
Oh.
So he can
Hey, whatever you got to
practice.
do.
I'm like, man, that's a good friend right there, because those are some stinky, maybe
Yeah,
some
yeah.
foot fungus. I don't know.
Ew.
No.
Really? Really,
all
Wendy?
The stuff goes through my head. Oh yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like,
So
you
this
must
is
really
the
want to practice.
this is the 5th end. There's total of 12 ends, 60 arrows. The score is a 420. Not the date 420. The score
Thank you.
420.
There you go.
I was going to call this thing the Texas 420. Decided not to do that.
Probably a good idea.
Probably a real good idea.
A little different showing.
right?
Yeah.
I know one archer.
Be just a
that'd
cloud of
probably be
smoke
here.
outside the building.
Ew.
I'm at the wrong place. Yeah. I thought this was the Texas 420. It is. It's an archery shoot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You guys move along.
Do you
Move
guys?
along.
Hey, do you guys know why pirates don't shower before they walk the plank?
Why?
Because they'll wash up on shore eventually.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
See, that's what happens. This is what happens.
It goes south.
It goes south, yes.
It does.
Very quickly.
Mr. Nesbitt's still on the line.
His second shoot of the day. First one was as a recurve.
Yep.
Now he's shooting his barebow. Same shirt. Same mosaic.
Same mosaic.
Second group's up.
There's Mr. Larry Ellis with the. What is that? What kind of bow is that? That's
a purple
Bowtech.
Bowtech.
Yep. I mean, if you guys
That,
can't read that, y'all seriously need to go
It's
to
a
the eye
Fanatic
doctor.
2.0 is what
That's-
that is.
Is it a 2.0 or is
Yeah.
it just a Fanatic?
Oh, you know what?
I think it may just be a Fanatic.
The original?
Yeah. I could be wrong. We'll have to ask him.
What's up with the droopy stabilizers? What's that all about?
It is an offset. And sometimes
Oh, there was a surprise.
That face.
Let's get the camera on that target face because I have a feeling.
I love.
Oh,
those
yeah,
faces.
that's why.
Oh,
That's a
Yep.
4.
Yeah, that would be a surprise.
yeah. Go ahead and flip the screen over to that one, Lily. Flip it over to the target. There you go. See, there's
Yep.
what we were talking about. We can see the target. You guys couldn't.
Right.
so
We
I
can
just-
see all the screens.
That's why his face was like, ugh. That was a better shot.
That one would be a 5.
You know, if you shoot sevens, you don't have that problem.
That's right.
I found that the more the arrow is in the middle, the higher the score is.
That's typical.
That's a good correlation.
That's typical.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a lot like talking to, football talk at the end. You know, what we need to do is we need to score more points. We need to follow through.
You got to follow through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's struggling today, it looks like.
Uh-oh. Jacqueline's looking
Yeah,
frustrated.
you said follow through. I was listening to a podcast with Joel Turner, and Joel Turner was talking about when Bodie won Vegas, and I don't know, I don't remember who he was shooting against, who he was talking about, but
South American guy, wasn't it?
hold on.
I wouldn't even.
Oh, I thought I thought she was looking real quick. She was looking
No.
like there was a bad song on there.
No. There was
and
something that I was going to
He
show
was
you, but
talking
never mind.
about process, which is pretty interesting to me. That he was with Bodie. It's just like he just knew what to do, and so it was always encouraging words. It wasn't changing the process. Wasn't saying, "Hey, I need you to focus on this versus that." They came down to the very end, and they had one. It was a one arrow shoot off, and their coach or whoever it was screamed at the other athlete, said, "Follow through."
Oh.
And what he was talking about, he says, it's kind of like in basketball when a basketball player will dribble 3 times, spin the ball, aim, shoot. That's the routine. They hit
Yep.
it every time. Whenever it comes down to last second, you're on the line. You got to shoot this. You hit this one shot, you win. You tell yourself, follow through. Well, guess what? You just changed your process. You dribbled 3 times, you spun the ball, then you said to yourself, follow through, and then now you're focused on the follow through then instead of your shot, and it clanks. And he said he knew at that point that Bodie had him, because Bodie's just going to continue doing the exact same thing he's always done. When somebody else, when they add something to the process that last second, then that's when they gets them.
I've found over the years, learned really early when you're coaching someone to always teach in a positive sense, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's never don't do this or don't do that.
Words,
yeah, it's always
encouraging
do this
words.
and do that. Yeah.
Yep.
I need you to focus. I need you.
Well, that's what I say is
I need you to-
focus.
I need you to add 5 steps to this next shot, and it'll be better.
Yes.
All right, they're going down and scoring once more.
So this should be the turn, right?
That's what I
think
thought.
there's-
Scott thought there was one more.
I'll tell you.
Oh, I'm sure you
Yeah, there's one
will.
more after this.
All right.
This is the 5th end.
This is the 5th and oh, okay.
Yeah, so one more end. We're halfway through.
Are these grapes complimentary for
Yes.
commenters?
They are.
We have them up
It's
for
like a
our
green
for,
room.
for
Yes,
our
it is.
guests.
Green room.
For our guests that come and join us.
Next time
Help
I come
yourself to
here, I
the-
would like only red M&Ms, please.
Only oh, you and Luke. That's why y'all got along so well. You know, when we went to Vegas, he had to go to the M&M place and get red M&Ms with his face on them.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Bet no one else would eat them.
No, well, he wouldn't let anybody else eat them.
There you go.
What is that?
I don't.
That's my phone. Sorry, guys.
What on earth?
Scott's over here having a fit.
Like, oh, crap,
He's looking
what's
at
going on?
everything.
Someone's trying to call me.
At least it wasn't do 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 do.
Right?
Uh-oh. Who threw that one off?
Can't see what happened.
There's one out there on the black. Maybe it's still scored. If it cut the paper, it's still a 1.
If it cut the paper, it's a 1.
Yes. That's the unique thing about this shoot.
Yes, you have. Yeah, you can actually score outside the ring.
Yeah.
Even on a 5 spot, it's the same deal?
No. It's white. It's a miss.
Yep.
There- Well, see? Now it's
It
not so
goes
unique.
4 miss.
But if you know what, 5 spot, they can shoot the single spot if they want.
That's right.
I'll be honest with you, that is a lot of fun, though. Shooting a single spot, as long as you're not shooting expensive arrows.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
that's what happened with us. It got too expensive.
One of the girls up here, Nadia, she's like, I shoot way better on the single spot. She comes out with like 3 broken arrows. You're like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oops. Sounds so cool, though.
Yeah.
It's so much positive reinforcement.
I know, the slap, and
Yeah.
bang.
Yeah.
Till the Robin Hood happens.
Yeah.
Then it's expensive.
I Robin Hooded the same arrow twice once.
Julia used to love. Oh, that's cool.
So you did,
Not with my bow either.
Oh.
So one of my students, he had a 22-inch draw length bow, okay, and he was shooting, and he told his dad, he said, Dad, this bow won't group. I said, give me that thing. So I had a little hinge release, and I grabbed this thing, and my elbows are bent. I'm shooting a little go-go gadget. I shoot an arrow. I aim it at the X-ring, and it hits to the right. I shoot another arrow. I Robin Hood that arrow, but it hits the nock and it bounces out. So now we got an arrow in there that's no nock sitting in it. I shoot a third arrow, Robin Hood it again, and it slides inside the empty nock. And he's like,
doesn't group.
He's like, it groups.
Well, that young man to your left right there used to get onto Julia in field. He used to say, you know, there's more spots on the target. You don't have to aim at my arrows.
Nice.
He's like, I keep having to go back and repair my arrows. I'm running out of knocks.
Nice.
speaking of Robin Hoods,
I would tell Julia, I'm like, no, you just keep going. Aim for the center. I was like, if he doesn't want you to hit his arrows, he can shoot other places of the target. Poor Zach, he's older, so he would shoot first, and then we would walk up, and then Julia would have to shoot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've got Mel Nichols. Hey, Mel, if you hear me, he just texted me. He's like, "Hey, is that your guy's shop?" And he's like, he's got 9 hours to kill at the airport, and so he's watching. So, hey, Mel's. Why did I say Mel's? I can't talk today.
Scott, no speaking today.
You can never
You know what?
pronounce
I'm going to stop. I'm just going to refer to everybody as a first initial.
Yeah.
All right,
Y'all heard
W.
about me. Y'all heard about him. We had an interview with a guy named Rob, and we went into this 3 times. He said, and we're here with Robe. I'm like, what? What?
I don't know why.
So
Added an E.
we re-record again. He's like, yeah, we're here with Robe.
I probably
was
having a stroke or something, and you're
I
making
know.
fun of me.
You're fine. You're fine.
Sure it's not your Tourette's?
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. Now that I think about how long I've known you.
Yeah. I'll start talking, and you. You. I hate the.
I think we should do some unnecessary beeping. Is what we should do.
No, because he will beat me.
Yeah.
All right.
Shoot that.
All right, let's try it. I'm going to narrate here. You see the gentleman shooting right now. He has a.
We're having way too much fun.
Oh.
There went our family. If we had lost our
he has.
family-friendly rating, then
And now he's getting ready to shoot his arrow.
With deliberation and verve. Mr. Nesbitt.
I like it. Ba-doink.
Hey, that's a good shot.
hey, I like that. Doink. Now we got
Doink.
bags. Oh my
Look at the
gosh.
size.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
He's shooting 2 divisions. Let's get back on
How
track.
old are y'all?
Well, you never know.
Well,
The mental age is.
luckily, Mom's on here. Keeps us straight.
Yep.
My mental age is probably
Oh,
pretty close to my shoe size.
Hey, he's doing
Yes.
really good this end.
Yes.
He's shooting very well.
He's shooting
I think he
Barebow.
likes Barebow a lot better than Olympic recurve.
I think so
we
too.
see him shoot Barebow way more than we do with a.
Oh my word.
Wow.
What was in your
I
tea?
need more. I need more caffeine. That's what I need.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Should have gone to bed when we went to bed.
Wendy, we need to. Since we were talking about Mel, we need to have Mel on our podcast
Yes, we
with
do.
us. So Mel, next time, if you're listening, we're going to get you on our podcast with us. Next time you're in
My-
Houston, when you're flying through Houston, let us know.
Yes.
Get you over here to our shop too.
Oh my gosh, Julia would be ecstatic. She'd have to be there. If it was during school, she'd be like, Mom, you gotta come get me.
There's Aaron Ochoa. So Aaron was a huge help. Just so you guys know, he helped me get this range set up. We took those. I mean, we worked on those bales for a while, trying to go ahead and shrink them down to tighten them up a little so that arrows wouldn't go through.
Nice.
You tightened them up. You didn't shrink the bells.
I did shrink them. What happens if you're 5'4"? Well, how tall are
I'm
you?
5'4". I'm 5'6".
You're 5'6".
And we put a
If I
ratchet strap on
shrink
your
you,
head.
you're 5'5".
You will squish me. You will not shrink me. You will
you
squish
shrink.
me.
What happens
Because
when you get
then
old? I think you're like
what's gonna
5'5"
happen-
now. You've gotten old.
What's going to happen when you undo the ratchet straps, whatever they are? They're
gonna
going to boing,
expand.
Expand. That's right. So you didn't shrink them. You just squished them.
Compressed them.
So
You compressed them. Thank you, Honaki. Look, and I can pronounce his name too.
Hodgenacki.
Mike
Hodgenacki.
Hodgenacki has fats.
Hodgenacki.
Hodgenacki.
Oh my goodness.
That's probably the cleaner of the names that I've been called.
the cleaner of the names.
The cleaner of the names.
Yes.
You got that button ready, Scott? I used to call Micah.
Stonebreaker's getting mad.
Is he hearing us? He can't be hearing us from up
I'm
here.
Stop.
I
pretty
think
sure
they
he
can hear
is.
us. I
Oh,
think they can hear
Julia
us.
tells me all the time that they can hear us.
oh well.
So tomorrow
Oh, well,
for
he
the
says.
live coverage, we've got a real treat for all the archers down
treat.
there. We're going to do live coverage, but they're going to hear us while they're shooting.
That's a good idea.
Always.
Amy thought it was mean. I thought it was awesome. Thank you. Wendy Cook. What's her name?
Rami.
I'm looking. Madison. No, Sarah.
Sarah from.
That's Sarah.
From? Okay, I've always said Frommy. I mean, for years.
Oh, you may be right. I don't know. Her dad shoots
Yep.
Olympic recurve with me. And I think
no,
he
that's
just
the
started
uncle.
this year.
That's the uncle.
Is that the
Yeah.
uncle?
I think that's the uncle.
He just started this year. He's looking really good.
Yeah. He hit every one of the USATs.
Yeah, he did.
There's Jacqueline. She's the one that has been
Wouldn't
doing a lot
bother
of the camera work over
Where
here
were
with
you a while
Lily.
ago? I said that.
I was just mentioning it again
Okay, wasn't that good?
for all the new people that have joined, the thousands and thousands of people that have joined our live feed.
All right, so the people who may not know, because like Mel asked if this was Scott's shop, yes, it is. And where we are shooting right now, this range, because there are 3 ranges here at Texas Archery, this range is normally the 3D range. And so where we are up top in kind of like a balcony viewing area, we are about 50 yards from the targets down there. And normally there are, how many targets are normally down there for 3D?
30 plus.
30 plus targets down on the range. And so you can see behind, there are some animals and plants that have just been moved because of lack of room to move all of them somewhere else. And then right next door, still in the same building, but to the wall that if you're looking at the target, it's the wall to the left. That wall right there on the other side of that is a 50-yard range. Then across the store, we've got, of course, you've got to go down, then you go all the way across the showroom floor, you go to the other side, and there is a 20-yard range. Now, there's very little seating in the 50-yard. There's a few chairs in there, a few stools, a little table. Then at the 20, we've got one row of, or I guess really 2 rows, 1 row spectator seating and then 1 row of seating for archers. So there are 3 nice ranges in here. And it's pretty nice that whenever the weather is ugly outside, we can still come here and practice some 3D. And I really like it that it's air conditioned. It is a nice 69 degrees in here today. Thank you very much, Scott Booth.
You're welcome. We had to prepare for it because Wendy had already said it better be nice and cool in there. So I made sure. I made sure.
When we're outside, I can deal with the heat. I'm good until like the end of the day, and then it finally hits me. But indoor, no, I can't take the heat indoor.
I think we should shoot indoor archery during the summer here in Texas.
Right? I don't see why we don't.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Like it should be the other way around.
I didn't even want to be outside this summer, let alone be out there shooting arrows.
It's miserable. Absolutely miserable this summer.
And here to get the distance in, we go outside the building and shoot on the concrete. That was pretty hot.
And it's so hot out there.
At the house, we live in a pecan orchard, and so it's, pretty shaded, and the target is out in the open, but as a mom getting to sit out there and watch, not too bad.
Not too bad.
13 minutes from the beach, so we get a lot of the...
Uh-oh. You see that?
I saw that.
Yeah.
What was that?
Had a little lowage on one of the arrows.
Yeah, a little
Little
Lowage.
slippage.
Yeah, gravity affected it greatly.
little lowage.
Where is your beep?
That arrow was.
I don't know which one
that
it
arrow
is.
was
right here. There we go.
Right there.
And
There you go.
furthermore, it was.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I was like, it's one of these buttons, but I don't know.
You just thought this was family friendly.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
We have the sensor button. We have for tomorrow. Got a little bit of heartbeat action going.
Oh, there you go. That could be
I
cool.
like that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
You need some jaws.
Dun-dun. Dun-dun. We're
We
gonna
don't
need a
need
bigger
that.
boat.
We've got our yes.
There it is. Sensor button. Sensor. We're gonna have hover our finger over it when.
Right.
So that's like in case somebody said something like,
Like that.
he's on it.
That's right. Wendy would be the one where they'd say the word, it would come up. Good job.
So Scott, tell us about the stock show and rodeo.
Come on, Michael. I can't tell you about. I'd be so in.
I think the unnecessary censoring is great.
I think
So
he's got
good.
too much control.
Yeah, I do
Yes.
have too much control over here. So
Too many buttons. Too
You asked
much
about
control.
the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Wendy and I will be out there for live coverage
Yes.
for Saturday and Sunday. It'll be qualifications on Saturday and Sunday morning, and then they'll do the shoot-off on Sunday afternoon. We have all kinds of fun stuff for those kids. Michael will be out there. Michael will be helping with live scoring and helping with making sure that all the brackets and everything run correctly. We have multiple judges that'll be out there just to make sure that this thing runs smooth. Last year, it was one of the largest youth shoots that we have in Texas, which it was at right at about 350 archers. This year, they've set it up so that they can actually accept more than that. So if you are going to shoot the rodeo, get signed up today. And get on that time, on those times, because I'm sure certain times will be filling up. 2 times on Saturday, morning, afternoon, and then Sunday morning. Morning. I think we'll have to get hotels out there because Houston is that big.
Yes. Too much to drive.
Yes, too much.
Have you checked to see how the registration's going?
I was just fixing to ask him the same thing.
I'm searching right now.
Last I looked, there were over 200 archers signed up as of right now. We're about 5 weeks away.
5 weeks, yep.
Well, that's nice. They tried to open it up for more archers because it would fill up so quickly, and we have not filled it up
Right.
yet. That's awesome. It did what it was supposed to do.
So
Yep.
they've got plenty. Texas A&M opened theirs up, and they changed it around too as well, so that they
Yes.
could have the ability to accommodate more archers. If they had left the format the same, it would have filled up in an hour and 5 minutes.
Right.
Yes.
And so changing that format has opened up more spots and has allowed for a lot more archers, which I think last I looked, they were 450-ish
Right.
archers, which is a lot of archers in
What
Texas.
format change was done to accommodate that?
So they ended up eliminating JOAD.
Gotcha.
They're going to allow the youth to shoot, but they're going to shoot as FIDA. And also, it's not going to be a double FIDA. It's going to be just a single FIDA shoot.
Gotcha.
60 arrows.
So that opens up 600-ish.
Yep.
It's a little over 620, 6-something spots.
That's a good chunk.
Yeah.
The price did
Right.
go up a little bit. Not bad, though.
Yep. Not bad at all.
Oh, it did go up? Mm-hmm. I didn't realize. I think
Just a
the
little
price
bit.
of everything is going up, so I was like, what's that? Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to do a shoot for back in the day. Like when we started, some of those shoots were $20, $25. And
Yeah.
it's just hard to put one of those together anymore because facilities are so expensive. It's just so expensive to run a tournament just alone to get the targets. You know, you're spending hundreds of dollars just to have these paper targets.
Yeah. Yeah, I was doing the medals for the fall fling, and I've forgotten how expensive those things have gotten.
Yeah,
Holy moly!
yeah. You know, when was this? It was before COVID. I think
Right.
we bought medals for something like $4 or four and some change or something like that.
Yeah.
Now you can't even get them for over. I mean, they're like 15 or more.
Yeah,
Like,
some
it's
of them are. Yeah, it's depending on
Did
the
you ever get
size.
the medals for
Still
state?
waiting for them to come in.
Oh,
They're still
my
being
word.
made.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I did a 3.5-inch medal. It was like $7 a piece.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Not
I
bad
went
at all.
to Crown Awards out
Okay.
of New York.
Not bad.
New York City.
I think the last set I did was a little over $10 a medal.
Yeah.
because we're doing trying to do some elaborate, make it a little more elaborate, and so it costs a little bit more. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
When we shot barefooted,
I was
backwards,
gonna say that.
Uphill both ways.
left-handed,
In the snow.
Yeah.
with our feet.
Oh,
We are at the halfway mark.
Yes,
so
we
what we're
are.
going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a quick little break, play some music.
I don't know why we're going to take a break now, because to go to the bathroom, everybody's already at the bathroom.
I don't need to go to the bathroom. I just need to get the headset off for a minute.
I thought that was good.
Welcome to the Texas Ringer. The Texas Ringer is a unique competition that rewards you for your inside-out X's. The top score is a 420, but if you want that coveted 400 plus, it's going to take 40 inside-out X's with no fives. Top 8 archers move on to the shoot-up on Sunday, where the bottom-ranked archer has to fight to get to the top. Top 3 archers will find themselves on the big stage on a platform with all eyes on them. Welcome to the Texas Ringer.
You would always call me at the wrong time, so you can know what I was up to. Oh, don't you get that? It's just stupid. Hey, just hear me out. It's been a while since we were good, so why we dragging out when we've been doing everything we could? I stay, maybe I will find what I am looking for. I wanna be somebody, hanging with somebody, can I be somebody, dancing with somebody? I wanna be somebody.
All right, we are back. Wendy and I. We have no Adam and no Michael, so it's just the two of us again. If you guys are just joining us,
Down to one kid.
go check
And one
out
grown-up.
eyesonscore.com. Click on live score, and you will see this screen. Well, actually, click on 2003, the Texas Ringer, and then you'll see this screen.
Something like that anyway. Huh?
Something. Let's see how. All right, we're halfway through. Let's see how everybody's doing. Let me go ahead and refresh this thing. Let's get down to the here. We have definitely Rick Stonebreaker is on track to be in first at the end of this.
Oh, the trad
Dave
people are throwing
Nesbitt
down.
right behind him. Richard Hall right there too. Those guys are average. Their average puts them above the person that's in first place right now if they keep that average up. For Barebow adults, Barebow U17. Let's see, where are we? They are all shooting right now, and Rhett and Sarah Fromm are the ones that are leading right now. Bow hunter division. Let's see, is anybody? Let's see, the average. No, nobody's gonna. As of right now, nobody will take Tracy Trigg's spot.
All right, bye, Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
Bye, Amelia. Hope to see you again soon.
Caden Cripple. There was only the other two bow hunters have not shown up, so I'm hoping that they'll show up this evening. Right now, let's get down to the 30s. So, as of right now, Julia Cook is still in first place when it comes to the average. Everyone that's shooting right now is under her average, so that gives us a good idea of if anybody's going to be able to take that number one spot. Not far behind, but close. So it could be close here at the end. We'll
Okay,
move.
so hey, I'm going to interrupt this programming. So if an archer did not move their target and they already scored, how does that? It's going to be.
They
their
have not
ruling.
scored?
They did. Well, what I'm saying is they already scored, but they did not move their target. They scored on the bottom when it should have been at the top.
Should have been at the top. That's a good question. I'll have to ask Jeff what his ruling was on that one. Let's see. Is anyone... All right, I moved on there. Now we're going to freestyle. Go down to 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. See what the average is. 6.73.
We didn't talk about the other Logan was here, Logan Hamilton.
Yep.
Good to see him here. There's a good shot of Aaron.
Uh-huh. The two here.
His mama did bring some tea. Oh my gosh, so good.
So good.
So good.
So Logan and Brian Paget are averaging 6.73, which puts them right around third place right now. Puts them right above the 400 mark. Then we have, and then there's still a good group of archers that'll be shooting this evening.
Oh, not like last night when you said the good archers.
Good
would be
archers, yeah.
shooting today.
Let's
See, that's how you did me with my weight.
No, that's
That's
not
how
true.
you did me with my
Don't
feet.
Don't even. Your feet are ugly.
What?
All right,
That's
Stacy
so not
Carmichael.
Oh, my word. We
She
need to
is-
get a shot of my feet.
She's on track right now. She's shooting. She's on track. She'll be in first if she can keep this up.
I wonder if I could be
Sherry
that ugly.
Kessler
Oh,
is
look,
right
there.
on track to be in second place
See,
if
we
she
can
keeps
see
the
my pretty
average.
toenails if we
Paul is very close to be in there as well.
see.
Nobody can see your feet. Recurve adult, they have all shot. So Ryland is in first, Kevin Poon's in second, Michael Honacki's in third, and we will not talk about any others because we're moving on. Recurves, we've just got 3 that are shooting right now. They're shooting pretty good. We have a lot of good shooters though right now. Matthew Parmenter, Madeline Yee, and Micah Z. Those are 3 of the top. We have a couple top archers coming in this evening to shoot as well for Olympic recurve, so that should be a fun group to watch. Andrew Z at full draw with his Hoyt Invecta. He's shooting a shrewd scope, not a shrewd scope. Well, it's a shrewd scope.
Oh, he didn't like that. What was his?
Oh, he
what
did
in the
not like that one.
world? Can we get a view of his target?
Yeah,
of
let's
Andrew's
see.
target?
See Andrew's target, far right. 9.
Target 9.
Looked like it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, is that top right?
He didn't like that one. Go ahead and flip the screen. There we go. It's probably because he missed the X.
So, but it looks like
Several
he's got,
times.
yeah, he got
2 maybe.
1-7. No, that other one was not. So on a Siwat target, that would have been phenomenal.
Yeah,
He
been
would have had.
decent
It looks like he would have had a 25, but this is not Siwat.
This is not Siwat.
So,
You drop 2 points if you shoot a 5.
yep.
There's something weird on. I've got to look at something here. Studio mode. So don't change anything quite yet. So this one is right. Scoring in the eye.
Mr. Ellis at full draw, sporting that Victory Arrow shirt, that jersey. He didn't like that one. Some head shaking going on there. What's going on with our clocks?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the clocks.
Did we have one? No? I don't know. I guess, Scott, you'll have to go down there and start flagging.
Right?
I did more flagging this summer than I ever wanted to. I know how to do it. I can say that.
There we go.
Oh, so Larry must have been making up 3 arrows, what I hear. So they were running it off of a timer and not the system.
Oh, that's what it was.
So I told our judges, well, I told Laura about the line, and look, they crossed the line.
Did you?
She's like, what? What line? Oh, my goodness. All of these volunteers are great friends. They're like family. Everybody brings cookies. Everybody takes everybody else's kids.
Sweet tea.
And, oh, my gosh. I miss Ochoa. Bringing that tea is just, you know,
It's good stuff.
chocolate, sweet tea. I'm good. Like the best.
You're good.
That is the way to talk to my heart. Oh.
Why is Jason saying that we are being hateful?
Because you are. Is that the sexy beast?
That's the sexy beast. Jason Brewer.
What up, Jason? You could be over here visiting, but no.
He's working.
Oh, he's working. Fighting fires today, or are you just the driver today?
He's just the driver.
Oh, see, there you are, being hateful. That's what he's talking about right there.
You were the one that started it.
I started it, whatever.
Like I said, eyesonscore.com. Go check it out. We are live on multiple platforms right now.
I didn't
Facebook,
start.
Raising an Archer. Oh, that's why I found the see here is where the actual comments are coming in.
Oh, so we've had comments and you haven't been.
But I used to be able to see them here.
Well, now
See?
you can't.
Right here, it
so-
says no internet. I don't know why.
Well,
I
go
don't
back
know
to where you were.
why.
There you go. No, he's not driving.
Actually doing fireman stuff.
Ooh wee.
Like cook?
Oh my word! Stop. I bet he's got the fireman suit on. Yep.
Yeah. No, I'm just picking
No,
on Jason.
Scott, he is not just washing the fire truck. Why were you mean like that?
She just made that up.
Why'd you give me that look?
I was like, what are you talking about? Like, what did I just say? Because that's not what I said.
I don't even know why. I don't want to say that because I don't know what that means.
Jason, that's inappropriate.
Right. I don't know who that is, Jason, so I'm not going to say.
Oh.
That's between you and Deanna.
Yeah. Captain must be a close friend. Now everybody's like, what did he say? What
Right?
did he say? You'll have to look on Facebook to see those comments.
He says LOL. If you know, you know.
That's right.
what
That's
that-
like, how hard are you doing that?
Stop. Oh my. I just need to program this so every time you've got sound coming out of your mic,
That's
it
right.
automatically goes beep.
Whenever you see me smile, you better get your finger ready to go. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness. I just want to know what that person up there said. Oh, is that what you call it, Jason? Again, inappropriate.
Which job? What? All right, let's get back to archery. Wendy,
Yes, please, Scott.
Madeline
He
Yee.
says, I know. That's why I got my finger on the sensor thing. I can't hit
See?
it fast enough for Scott.
You started it.
Oh my goodness.
So
I guess you could bring Captain with you. I don't know.
yeah. So Madeline Yee right there. She her mom messaged me last night that their bow was at the shop and the shop doesn't open until 10, so they can't make the 9
Hers
o'clock.
and Parmenter's.
Oh, is that what his too?
Yeah, that's why he couldn't be here
They
this
forgot-
morning.
they
He
forgot their,
his equipment at the shop, and it didn't open till 10.
Yeah, so they grabbed their bows. Now they're shooting at one. And there's Jeremy.
Jeremy didn't seem very hit. No, he is not
He
happy
did not
about that
like
one.
that shot either. He's like, what on earth? See, everybody's trying these little micros, and it's hurting some, helping others.
We just went middle of the road.
Yep. Us too.
I see your friend back there.
Who's my friend? Oh, yeah. I got a lot of friends.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Just because you have Facebook friends does not make them real friends.
I have like 750 friends. They're very close.
Close to what?
Very, very close.
Like Jason and Captain closer.
No, not that close. Wendy. Couldn't get my finger over there fast enough.
Oh, so you're giving me the finger now. I
yeah,
see.
yeah. Well, I do hope that everybody is enjoying. Oh, that I need a.
Oh my
That
goodness, y'all.
logo.
There's Lily right
Logo.
there.
Oh, Lily Dillon right there with her new her new Stratus.
Sweet girl right there.
Stratos.
Depends on what part of the country you live in as to how you say it. Kind of like Lancaster and Lancaster.
Lancaster.
You ask me, it's going to be Lancaster every day.
She went with, if anybody's wondering, she went with the SVX cams instead of the HBT
Oh,
cams.
she didn't like that. What does Julia have?
She has the HBT.
Okay. Which ones are more aggressive?
SVX.
Okay.
She's like, I wanted an aggressive cam. I'm like, well, there you go.
Right.
You're going with the SVX. Logan Hamilton right there in the background. Logan shoots for Texas A&M, one of their top archers. Good kid. Mom's okay.
That is so not right.
Yeah, you were muted. That's why I said it.
No. I don't even know what that means.
Oh, he says our HBT cams are wimpy cams.
Oh, she has wimpy cams. Okay. Scott ordered them.
Jason's still typing. I thought you were working, man.
Right? No, he had other things going on with
Yeah.
Captain.
Mr. Captain. There's Connor. Came in third in Vegas, I believe, earlier
Nice.
this year. Very good shooter.
They traveled in today.
Yeah, they did. From Victoria.
You having a hard time saying that?
Yeah, I almost said Victory. Victory, Texas. That would be a cool place to live.
Victory. Got loud in here. And it's not even 3. It's almost 3. 3 minutes till 3. Oh, that's kind of cool to say. 3 minutes to 3.
3 minutes to 3. And we are halfway there, so that means, guess what? We got 6 o'clock line coming up here. in about 3
Jason
hours.
has to, he's worried about what we're saying. He keeps explaining. Explain it to me, Lucy.
So riding captain didn't mean what we thought it meant. Okay, got it, Jason. Thank you.
So he's not driving. He's actually just riding around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's being the chauffeur.
He's being,
Or being
chauffeured.
chauffeured.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. We still have a day and a half to go.
Yeah. Yep.
But we love doing this. Absolutely love doing this.
We do. Go ahead and get that
It
logo
is
off
so
that. There we go.
cool to see these kids shooting. There's Kay Scott right there.
Dave Nesbitt
Right? Another big kid.
with his pouty lips when he shoots.
Right? Oh, my gosh. He got them duck lips.
Yeah.
Hey, but whatever works. I mean,
Yeah.
if it worked for me. Jason. Just making sure, Jason. Just making sure.
Just making sure, Jason. You're
You're a newlywed. We'll
we got to
make sure
keep this
everything's
thing
all right.
clean. Good picture of Kay Scott at full draw.
Yes, it is. And if you look at the trad people behind them, and when the right song comes out, those people are jamming back there. I mean,
They're having fun.
They are hopping around. Yeah, and that's what archery is about. You know, I tell Julia, because Julia goes more the fun side, and then she gets unhappy when she doesn't do well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well, you got to focus. But I guess my foot's on the other side this time. But you were stomping my foot. But my pretty toes that you made fun of, which made me have to go spend $50.
Had to.
Yeah, had to. Oh, Nesbitt is thinking. Are we string walking?
We are string walking.
That was very clear.
Ooh,
Ooh-wee.
yeah. See those lips? Oh,
Look at
yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Smooth.
Mr. Nesbitt is giving Sexy Beast a run for his money with them lips.
Vote for Nesbitt.
I was wondering. I was like, what is on the back of his? Vote for him for what?
I don't know.
Sexiest lips.
Pouty lips.
Pouty lips.
You know, he had to do Botox. That allowed him to shoot better.
Oh, my word, Scott.
Got his lips a little bigger. You could put him right there on the string. Again, welcome to Texas Archery. It's one of 3 ranges here.
Yes.
We have a 50-yard range and another 20-yard range that has 18 lanes.
How many Bowtechs are working today?
3 Bowtechs are working today.
3 Bowtechs out there. Very knowledgeable Bowtechs.
So it may look crowded, but it's not crowded in there. So come on, guys.
That's right.
Stacy
There's-
Carmichael down there. I see you with the red hair.
Yep. I even saw lessons going on in the 20-yard range.
Yep.
Coco is here doing lessons.
Lily's doing a great job on the video, isn't she? Look at that.
Absolutely.
Smooth.
Do you remember the days when we were trying to do video and we were trying to do the cameras, we were trying to talk, and then it was just everything.
Well, we used to have like wireless ones, and I'd try to do them with an iPad, you know, trying to move, and the quality was sucked, and it was hard to do. And then we got to where we had cameras down there, and we had people on them, but then it was very hard to get people to man those cameras.
Yes.
So then we
and
just
then
sit.
they would be on their phone or something, or go to sleep.
Yeah. And also they were from behind, so you couldn't get the cameras
Yeah.
angles that we get now because we can just kind of mount them on the wall. Kind of. We can mount them on the wall.
And then we had headsets to those people like, Ryan. And then you'd see them look up like, what?
Yeah.
Who's talking to me? Uh-oh, Lauren's got the magnifier out.
That looks like it's in.
It does look like it's in.
Come on, Laura. What are you looking at? Count that. That's in.
I don't know. Look at the hole, though. There's a hole right there. And so she's trying to recreate that line to see where the shaft is. Is the shaft, if the line was there and not a previous hole, would that have touched the line? But there is a hole right next to where this arrow has landed.
Wouldn't it be awesome? We could like turn commentating on so you could actually hear what she's saying.
That's a
She goes,
7.
Yeah, that's
then a 6.
that's
then
a
a
miss.
5.
yeah. Yep.
Then
sorry,
it goes to the
but
4.
that's a 4.
Should have hit the 7, and you wouldn't have had to call
Right.
me over.
Right. Not my fault. Your fault. That's what she's saying right now.
Next time, just hit the 7. That's all there is
Yeah.
to it. Oh, was that Lily's? Oh, poor Lily. So we are in the second session of, or the second half of the second session for the day.
Let's see.
Grateful to be in Texas Archery with AC.
AC. Amen.
Right? Amen for AC. Can we say it again? Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, he's tired too. I'm sorry. Are we boring you?
Look, they said yes. Look.
Yeah.
Look
Rick
at that youngster
Stonebreaker.
right there. Not Rick Stonebreaker.
That youngster.
Micah Z. They said that they have had 2 bottles of water.
Good.
He said that he ate some of his food.
Okay, good.
Andrew said that he's had 2 bottles of water. Andrew said that he ate before he got here.
Okay.
So I don't know how that goes.
So Michael Honecke, he's got the fall fling that's going to be happening in a few weeks.
Yep.
And it's the week before the first Siwat, so no one has an excuse to miss it. Also, we do.
No one has an excuse to miss what?
The fall fling.
Oh, okay.
Just before anything starts. They had asked us to come out there and broadcast it live, but there's just so much you and I can do. like that next weekend Siwat, the next weekend's rodeo. It's like, I don't know if I can do 3 weekends in a row, Michael. But I would love to be out there. It would have been fun to go video a 25-meter shoot. That'd be cool.
We don't have anything going on that weekend?
We don't.
Okay.
I do. Amy says I do. That's how she rolls. She manages my schedule.
She has that right.
You know, because I don't look at my schedule very well, so that's why everybody has a schedule through her. I'm a yes man. I say yes to everything.
Yes, you do. I brought my calendar so I could sit down with her, but we had time during the break, but there were things to do during the break, so.
Like go to the bathroom?
No.
Sign the guest book in there?
No, you need a guest book. That's what that's called, is a guest book. Now, wouldn't that be cool to see the people that have come in here?
And you check
And
mark
gone
if
to
it's
the
a 1
bathroom.
or a 2 or a 3.
Oh, they did have that on there, too.
Did they?
Yes.
What? You need to take a picture of that.
I do need to take a picture.
We'll make that book. I think that'd be gold.
Then they had, also for cleanliness and the amenities that it had in there.
What is the bathroom called? Louvre?
The Louvre.
The Louvre.
Isn't that a museum?
The, is it the Louvre?
The Louvre. Why would they call it the toilet?
I don't know. Toilet in French. What is it? I'm a French
Toilet.
model. I'm a French model.
According to you,
yeah.
you are a French model. Oh,
French.
Jacqueline didn't like that. I've never seen that look come out of her face. Ugh, I've seen the look where she looks up to the sky, but that look before that. Come on, kiddos. Y'all got this.
That's not Louvre. Yeah, I don't know.
If you found it, you wouldn't have been able to pronounce it anyway.
I don't know.
Don't we have a French archer that shoots trad?
Oh, Mike, the judges, not Mix. Mix the judges. I thought you were like calling them. We need to get rid of these judges and get new ones.
Oh, who said that?
He didn't.
Oh.
We mic the judges. That way we can turn the mic on ever so often
Oh.
to see, like, hey, what are they saying down there?
Yeah. I don't know if we would want to know what Jeff says sometimes.
Right? Hey, you're mic.
Look at that face right now.
It's on
If
you, not
only
me. Yeah.
he would forget.
Yeah. He'd be,
We'd have to
he'd be
be like,
talking.
Yeah.
Like, Jeff's over there. That is not even.
It was so. I've had many conversations with Jeff like that. Oh.
Where are we on the scores?
We're in the second half.
I know we're in the second half, but
Brian Paget at full draw there. Dang, the way Matthew draws back
this is
so smoothly.
ninth one. The ninth end. So 4 more ends, 3 more ends after this one. Everybody looking good.
Have you watched that boy shoot?
Matthew?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's just so slow and easy. Mr. Paget doing the Paget wink. Mr. Paget's a really nice man.
He is.
He's another one that's good with youth and adults alike.
Good shooter, too. Shooting the bow
What
tech
kind of
right
shoes
now.
is he wearing today?
I don't know. Flip-flops, probably.
That's what I was like. We haven't talked about Mr. Paget's shoes all day.
He only wears flip-flops, I think.
And Crocs.
Or boots whenever he shows up from work.
Like, there we go.
Oh,
sandals.
there you go. Sandals.
Got on the sandals.
Not USA.
Nope.
Not
it's not a
NFA?
USA Target. I mean,
NFA, you can
tournament.
shoot flip-flops, though.
Yep.
My wife's like, why can't you wear flip-flops in USA? I was like, well, I guess maybe just safety if you
Right.
drop something on your foot. And she's like,
Yep.
really? Is it really going to hurt that bad if you just drop your arrow on your foot? I'm like, good point. And also, it's on you.
Somebody steps on your foot. You drop your bow case on your foot.
Bow. Stab it with your stabilizer.
Who had that stabilizer, that pointy one last night?
That was Craig Cato. Wasn't it
Craig Cato. I think it was. Yes.
Oh, he's color matching. Look at that
Yeah,
bow
he is. I was
shirt.
thinking that too.
Looking good.
Wow. I could sit. I said this before, people watching. And I don't even know what's going through their head, but I could so sit here and make stuff up. Stop yawning, Scott.
Wow. Sorry. All
Nesbitt.
right. We got Mr. Botox here. Full draw. Kissy. Oh, yeah. Smooth.
Both of us.
Dave.
Oh, at least
Yeah, Dave will probably watch this not knowing that, oh, crap. Now
He's
now
gonna
be all
hate us.
self-conscious of
right? Every time he goes to shoot after
Yeah.
that.
like Dave and his duck lips.
It's
Kind of cool, though. He shoots it. It's like this smooth.
and then he stays there, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
His face doesn't change. It just stays there.
How you doing?
It does kind of look like that. How you doing?
Let's see if they'll stop at the line. No, they're going to walk past it.
Yeah.
Why did you say something? It kind of ruined all the fun for us now.
She said, man, now I'm going to go back and watch it. I'm going to see it. I was like, yeah. He said, you even put your foot. We were like, the imaginary line, like in field. And I said, then they were walking backwards, and it was synchronized judging. They
Synchronized judging.
Stonebreaker's going to come up here and say we were too loud. You know that's going to happen.
My shop, my rules. Remember?
Your tournament.
My tournament. Can be as loud as I want.
Woo! Would you look at that?
How you like me now?
We still have one mo to go.
She's talking about the 6 o'clock line.
Yep. Because we got 3 more ends, or 2 more ends at least. I'm not real sure.
Well, we're definitely over halfway now.
You think?
Yep. Definitely.
That's awesome.
All right, how many ends do we have left? We have 3 more ends, I believe.
Didn't I just say that?
I think so. I just said, I believe. I believe.
Hey, Facebook land. Didn't I just say that?
No one cares, Wendy. No one cares.
35. Oh.
Yeah, Shady's calling Brian is those Jesus bears and shoes.
Right. Got them Jesus shoes going on. Ooh. No. Yes.
Hold on, we got to mute for a second. All right, we had a technical question. So the question was, what happens if they shoot 5 arrows?
No, 6.
Or, I'm sorry, 6 arrows.
If they shoot 5 arrows, they shot 5 arrows.
You take the
You score
bottom
them.
3, bottom 5 scores. That's the penalty. You just lose your top. The top one is just X'd out. We take the bottom 5 scores.
Yep.
No other penalties. I need to start documenting this better. NFAA would take a point away. We are just going to say you just take the bottom 5. We are checking right now. Wendy's responding. But I hope you guys are enjoying this. Tomorrow will be the fun. When we're doing head-to-head, the top 3, that's when it's going to get fun. We've got all kinds of cool stuff ready to go for them. Make it even more exciting than it already is, because we all know archery is so fun.
So fun.
So fun.
Just look at the faces of these archers.
Yeah, he's like, why am I out here right now? Why do I do this?
I was like, as we say, so fun. Derek's. Oh, my word.
Why is I'm muting Jason.
That would be so awesome, Mr. Nichols. Would love to have you.
We're going to play a little music because I need to take this headset off my ears for just a second.
Your headset says thank you. Thank you, Jason.
to pull you from the other side. What I need to show you is my obligation. How much longer can you hide? You can try and push away from me. You kick and scream, you're begging, please. But once you get a little taste of freedom, you wanna get up off your knees. Come over, don't fight how you really feel. Come closer to me. I'll give you something to believe in. Come over, don't fight how you really feel. Come closer, please. I'll give you something to believe in. I'm waiting here for you in a crowded.
All right, we are back.
Your ears feel better now?
They do. They feel a little better now. 2 more ends. This is the 10th scoring end, and we are going to finish up. Wow. We're going to finish up
Yay,
at 4.
Oh, for this session, but
And
then
then
we
we
start
got-
back up at 6.
Yeah, like 2 hours. We're going to have plenty of time.
We could go to Las Romadas.
We could. Get a couple margaritas. That will make this,
Right?
this
It would
evening
be a-
way more exciting.
It would be so much
It would be. Yeah, you don't know how to do the beeps.
No, because I don't need the beeps. Oh, our little friend
Right.
is back. He says he's got an office now, too. You making some money?
Look at there. He's got the quiver. or it's
Oh,
quiver. He's got
look,
the
he is
arm
showing that
guard. He's
quiver.
showing it all. See,
So
check
you
it out.
guys, okay, I just got whacked in the head. Yes, got a knife in there. So it's got a spot in there for your knife. And this is completely handmade. It is braided on the edges. This is being raffled off, as you can see in his sign, raffle for a handmade
That's
arm
right.
guard
That's right.
and knife. This is a $300 value, and the raffle is going on now. It is $5 to enter. We do accept cash or card, and the proceeds from this is going to the Joad Club.
Yep.
That's right, to help with registrations or helping get kids to tournaments. We need you here right now. Could they call in and pay by card and do, or do they have to be present to win?
No, I don't think so.
All right, so maybe call up to Texas Archery and call up to the front desk and see if we can't
Ask for Molly.
ask for Molly. That's right. Or you.
Or
Okay,
Royce.
well, I don't know if Royce knows how. Royce,
They
do you
won't know
how to
who
do
Royce
the-
is if they call, I think.
And I'm not sure. You've got an office now, but I don't know that you have access to the credit card machine. So that's what
Yeah.
I was talking about, friends.
Yeah, I
So
don't think
they
Royce
could-
has access to the credit card machine.
Bye, Royce.
Bye, Royce.
I see you. Okay, see you next time. So I see a little baby down there on the floor. He's going along in front of the stands, the stadium seating that we have holding this
That's
sign.
so awesome.
He's so stinking cute.
They've been keeping him busy.
Yeah, so I did have a question asked, and that was for the shoot up. Is that the top 3 or the top 8 that will advance? That is the top 8. The top 8 will show up at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning,
And if
and they
it's
will shoot up.
uh-huh.
And then the top 3 will advance to the shoot off at 1 o'clock. Lots of things going on.
Lots. Gonna stay busy.
That's a cool angle from that. I guess it's
Yeah, it is.
zoomed out or zoomed in. I don't know. I don't really know. So we have cameras mounted around the range so we can get all of these cool views. We can get all of the archers from one side. We can get all the archers from the next side.
Are you on our Wi-Fi?
Oh, maybe not. Does it look like I'm on Wi-Fi? You see the little Wi-Fi thing? No. What are you doing? Scott's
just
trying
stop
to
it.
manage my.
Oh, your wife. That's why it's your
Oh.
it's your LTE that's the problem, not us.
My what?
There we go.
So is this little man's name Dean? Because that's what's on his shirt. Do you have to? Yep, his name is Dean.
Cute kid.
Yes, he is.
All right, we're just checking, make sure that we weren't having any technical difficulties.
Kiddo did not like that shot. That's what I was looking at. He's
like,
definitely wears
"Oh."
his feelings all over his face, and that's why, because it was a 2. But he still got a score.
Well, we're doing great on time, which is good. We've got this thing will end probably. We'll have about 2 hours before the 6 o'clock time. That's not normal for us. Usually it's like 45 minutes, and we are like, scrambling.
But it feels like it's already 8 o'clock.
Why does it feel like it's 8 o'clock?
Okay, so it's not just me?
No, I'm right there with you.
I don't know if it's because we're in this room, so we don't see outside.
Like no daylight
I would not do well.
in prison. Is that what you're going?
Definitely not.
Is that where
there.
you're going with that?
Well, I think even they get outside time, don't they?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why don't you know? Because I thought you'd been there for a couple of years.
Prison. That's like one of the guys that works for me. He used to be a prison guard, and he retired from there. And so he'll tell stories like, when I was in prison, you can't start the conversation like that.
Who's that?
Joey.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
know he was.
Yeah, he's a
That's
retired
awesome.
prison guard. Back when I was in prison, like, dude, you can't start the conversation like that.
Right?
It does get everybody's attention, though.
But knowing Joey, that's why he does it right there.
Yep.
To get the attention.
Madeline Yee, she's stoic. Like, you can't tell if she shot a bad shot or a good shot. She's pretty rock solid.
She's been shooting for several years. Seeing that little girl, I've seen that child grow.
Right. She's shooting very good right now.
Awesome. Like to hear that.
Matthew's only shot 2 fours. Matthew Parmenter's only shot 2 fours today.
Wow.
Good round.
Well, good thing he went and got his equipment and came on. to
Right.
shoot.
See, just looking at all the scores to see where we are. Case and Levi are shooting very good right now. One thing about this shoot, which is a little different than everybody else's, is that if you want to pay to shoot again, you can.
Yep.
And we will allow it. So if you don't like how you shot, you can shoot again.
You got one more chance.
We did that last year. Several did it, had fun. But that kind of changes it a little bit. So if you think you're in a good spot, you make the decision. Do you shoot again? Or somebody's on the bubble. If you're on the bubble, do you shoot again, or does somebody
Right.
else shoot and take you out?
Madison did not like that.
She hit the X, hit the line, so it's a 6.
Yeah.
Again, if this was Siwat, she'd have been like, okay, cool, okay,
was an
good,
X.
I'm good.
But not the Texas Ringer.
Not the Texas Ringer. Why does it feel like the music
That
just
music
got louder?
just got really loud.
It's weird.
She didn't like that one either.
Still an X, just not an inside-out X. Larry Ellis in the background. Madeline Yee and her mother sitting there.
Andrew. Micah's spotting back behind him. Cool shot of Andrew.
It's funny how it's just kind of tucked in there with that ball.
Yeah.
Looks like he's like right up against
He
it.
does not like that.
He's struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
Madison Wood still at full draw. Has one more arrow. A lot of time left.
What do we mean by a lot of time left? That we can see the clocks running out there. Still got over a minute left to shoot.
Plenty of time.
Yep. No rush.
Barebow shooter at full draw.
I was just fixing to say 45 seconds left, and but nope, he already shot.
All right, we're coming to the last end. Five more arrows. They could gain themselves how many more points, Wendy?
35 more.
It's not 28.
Points, Scott.
It's not 28.
I don't know. If they, don't shoot well, then it could be 28. Up to them. They are in control of their destiny.
I shouldn't have told you what the number was, and I could have just let you say 28 all weekend.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we got a close one there. A good pan across with all the archers that are shooting. You can see these bells are designed just a little weird, where I've got the tape up and some of the targets are on two and some of them are on, individually. The reason why we had to do that was these bales are 42 inches. You need a minimum of 48 inches. I wasn't thinking about it when I put these things together. I just butt them up against each other and then put the wall in. Well, when you set your distances between each archer, well, guess what? It doesn't line up. So if I had to do it over again, which I may do it, I'll do it again at some point. Go ahead and put spaces in with some wood or something to kind of separate them so that everybody shoots the same angle, same targets. This way,
That's what I would do.
Spread out. Yeah, well, maybe you should come over and help me do it.
Do you need help, Scott?
I do.
But is it the kind of help that we can provide?
No.
Or do you need a
No.
professional?
5 more arrows.
5 more arrows.
Looks like YouTube has started to become our main source of video.
Okay.
Used to always be Facebook, but this weekend it looks like YouTube is getting more views than anything else.
Wow. Because I didn't really know where you were going with that.
Did you have to?
Well, if I'm going to talk to you, yeah, I kind of need to know.
Yeah. Looks like, there we go, Texas Archery. Welcome to Texas Archery.
That's right.
26,000 square feet building with
AC.
AC. This range is a 20-yard range, or it is a 40-yard elevated range for 3D targets. We also have a 50-yard range and a 20-yard range here in the building. And, of course, a beautiful showroom in the middle where you can come and buy your bows if you want to buy a bow.
With bathrooms on the opposite side of where we are.
And I believe we have some of the top techs in Texas here.
I do too.
So if you want a bow tuned, I believe we can tune a bow better than anybody else.
And that goes for hunting and for target.
Yep.
These guys know what they're doing.
Best in the state.
That's right.
There's a lot of good techs out there. I'm not going to say that these are all of ours are tough.
Okay, let's put it this way. I'll drive an hour and a half to have them working a bow.
Yep. Yeah.
This shop is an hour and a half from our house, and we drive here.
There's a lot of good techs out there, but we got 3 of the best.
Yep. Yup.
Last 5 arrows. Once we can get the crowd back, I don't know what's going on. Oh, we've got a judge call.
Do we? Oh, yep.
So she takes her glasses off to score. That seems like a problem.
Well, no, but like my glasses are for distance. They're not for up close. So if I were to have my glasses on and go take a judge call, there's no telling what that would be.
Not going to work.
I wouldn't even be able to see the line. The eye doctor said that I've got to wear these for a year, and then we will go to where I can see them close up because my eyesight is that bad. I was like, well, what about LASIK? He's like, no.
Nah. We got to put lenses in there.
I was like, well, what about like bifocal? He's like, no, your eyes are so bad.
So bad.
He goes, seriously, you're driving without glasses? Yeah. Oh, that's all right.
Here we go. Why does it feel like this one went by faster? Probably because we had Michael and Adam here with us.
Did it feel like that?
First half went by pretty quick. The second half has been like the longest half ever.
I was the only adult.
You were the only adult.
I expected that from
right
Adam, because he's always been a big kid since I've known him. But Honaki, I did not figure him to be that way.
Good picture of Stacy there.
Yep.
That is definitely a traditional bow, both of those.
You can definitely see that she has wooden arrows.
They shoot pretty good. I asked about tuning. They're like, they are tough to tune.
Can you imagine? What would you do to tune? I don't even know.
Every arrow you have to tune differently. I'm not sure. It's got to be knock tuning.
It's just me. I'm messing it up. Not. And would you look at her group?
That's his group, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm saying to the left.
Oh,
hers was to the left. Oh, little man Dean. He's still not liking his arrows.
Little Dean.
Yeah, right there with Jacqueline. It looks like both of them. They're not fans of how things are going. Jacqueline's thinking about it. She took a deep breath.
Still a few more arrows to go. We'll get Jacqueline back this evening.
Yep.
Help Lily out. I'm sure Lily would like the help. Handling both is a little bit of a challenge, isn't it, Lily?
Like
not
she's
too
like,
bad.
No, I got it.
Nah, it's not
That's
bad.
all right.
Give our kids some other opportunities to do some cool stuff in the archery community. This is one of them. Last year, I gave away a bunch of community hours for helping us out. They were very happy about that.
We had a bunch of kids that had to have
community service.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Had a bunch of bad kids.
Yeah. How many hours of community service did you have to do in high school?
0.
Did 100. Or I didn't graduate. I know you're glad I did. I did get my 100 hours. Spent a lot of time at cleaning churches.
You needed Jesus that bad.
Yeah, I cleaned. I went to a lot of elderly homes and cleaned them.
Oh, they trusted you to go to the elderly?
They had adults there.
Clearly wasn't you.
I was a good kid.
That's why you needed 100 hours of community service.
That's right. All right, last 5 arrows.
Until the next session.
Until next. And we'll do it all over again.
Got sweet release right there.
Sweet release. Is that thing trademarked? Sweet release.
And I do want to mention we saw her draw high and then come down, but that was not a sky draw because there was no angle to that. It was flat. Watch her whenever she
Right.
comes down.
Yep, you're correct. Would not be considered a sky draw. So what is a sky draw, Wendy Cook?
That arrow will be angled. It will be angled above the target.
Once you
And-
start drawing back, right?
Yes. And that will get you a warning from a USA judge. And then it's a don't let it happen again.
Right.
Or else.
Or else.
Or else.
Or else. It's going to be a close, very close race here for the U, or the, I put 17U. It's 17 and under. So the 17U group is going to be very close in scores. What happened? I had binoculars up here at one point. They're gone.
Your daughter took them.
Oh, my little one?
Yep. So that's red right there.
That's not, is that Rhett? That's not Rhett.
Pretty sure it is.
Rhett's the adult. Unless his name is Rhett,
Really?
too.
Because it's 17U.
Oh, I guess his name's Rhett, too. There's multiple Rhetts.
The other one's Royce.
Royce.
It'd be all right, Scott.
It's okay. I'm not good with names. We all know that.
No, he's not.
Looks like we got some hammer time.
Hammer time.
Hammer time.
Matthew's still looking stoic, but no, he does wear. He must be doing well because you'll see it when he's mad and he'll go off and sit by himself and kind of
Yeah.
regroup. And he's holding a long time.
He has.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. He was holding a long time.
It's like, come on, man. He's like, I pulled that thing like 25 inches and it still didn't click. The heck? So they're waiting for that clicker to click.
Yeah,
like that.
like, you know when he shakes
He's
his
like,
head
"Oh,
like
yeah."
that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, that does it. There is nothing left but the scoring.
That's right. Well, once they go down there, you guys will, go to eyesonscore.com. You'll see the final scores. Those aren't the final results yet because we will be back at 6 tonight to do the final group of archers.
That's right. Then everyone needs to be watching those scores to know if you're in the top 8 to where you need to return in the morning.
That is correct. So if you are top 8, I will not be emailing you. Wendy will not be emailing.
Nope.
She will not be texting. She'll not be calling.
Nope.
You need to look at your list and see if you are in the top 8. You're in the top 8. Report here at 9 a.m. We'll go ahead and get the times out there. So if you're first or second, you actually do not have to be here at 9 because first and second are automatically going to be in the finals. And that's the benefit of having a good qualification score. But thanks, everybody, and we will check you guys at the next target, which is in
At
just a
6
couple
o'clock.
hours.